Good evening, one and all. It's Sunday, it's the end of the week, and that means it is time for us to be jumping into some more good old Warframe. Welcome on in, one and all. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend wherever you are around the world. Firstly, a little bit of explanation for those of you who've called the Discord ping. Yes, the Discord ping does have an only weeb cheese as the go live message today. There isn't much of an explanation behind that, other than it's a phrase that somehow came into existence when chatting with my brothers about a week or so ago, and we realised immediately on hearing the phrase there is no possible definition you can come up with, no accurate possible definition that is in any way positive. The more you think about it, the more you reject one definition and search for another, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So, this goes out to everyone who struggles with the word moist or anything of that caliber. Weeb cheese. It's got 5 E's in it, and it is absolutely terrifying to think about. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, moist cheese or moist weeb cheese. It's got nothing on just weeb cheese. Yeah. Anyway, as you assume you've been making something broken with Ash or something. Nope. Nope, it's got absolutely nothing to do with Warframe in this case. Absolutely nothing to do with Warframe. Besides, we did a broken thing with Ash, and then D went and fixed it. Because they're like, oh, that's too broken. You're actually winning the game. Can't be having that now. And so Ash got nerfed. I don't even know if it was an intended nerf, or if it just kind of happened as a matter of course. But it happened. Break him again? Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. Anyway, for now, we're back on that prime grind. That is the idea today. Back on that prime grind, at least up until the bot starts working again. I don't know why the bot's not working, I'll be quite honest with you. The bot does not appear to be responding to any commands, but it is live enough to send messages, which means, I don't know. It's gotta be Twitches. And now it's responding. There we are. All we needed to do was make it talk about Gara, and now it works. Hey, you can grab your tickets. There we are then. Hello, Ghoul. I'm doing well, thank you. Sweltering, but otherwise doing well. As ever, the heat management of this office is absolutely abysmal. So, slightly melting. Just slightly. Break the bot again. The bot breaks itself. The bot breaks itself. Let's be real about it. So your sub notification didn't appear? No, sub notification is from Twitch, so if you didn't see your sub notification, you didn't send it through, quite frankly. That's how that one works. The bot doesn't handle sub notifications, that's a wholly Twitch thing. However, I do know that sub notifications are working because, first of all, Mirrorlade gifted 5 community subs the moment the stream went live, so thank you very much on that there, Mirrorlade. And then, before we'd even finished getting through the starting screen, Mirrorlade went, you know what, let's give another one over to Solomir. So we're at 6 subs already. I haven't actually done anything. I mean, if that's how the world wants to work, I will take it. Thank you very much, Mirrorlade. I really do appreciate that. And Queen wants us to switch over to a little bit of EDM instead of Sims. Okay. There we are. Playlist changed. Just like that. Because it has been a hot second, I need to go through a different way to just remind myself of exactly who you gifted the subs over to. There, Mirrorlade. So you gifted them out to Fax Figures, to Robot Red, to Angela Godmother of Trolls, to Blithebite, and to... Or is that Blithebite? Could be both. And to Nukem91. So Mirrorlade, thank you very much for the 6 gifted subs in total there. Really appreciate that. And I hope you're doing well as well, of course. Absolutely. So I need more Mirrorlades in your life. I mean, who doesn't like having someone in their life who appreciates what they do, eh? Who doesn't like that? They were saying the bot just likes Gara a lot, which is valid. She's pretty strong. True. True. Has an amazing glass battle axe. Very lootable. Right then. Now, first thing I need to do when it comes to getting back on this prime grind is I need to grab myself some more relics, because I'm fairly certain I'm going to look in my pile and not find what I want. So let's just throw every bit of standing I can at this. Yes, Gorilla, going for Proteus weapons. And with this first set of relics, we'll notice absolutely nothing Protea. This apparently is how my luck is going to go today. Wonderful. Because we're looking for the Okina, and we are looking for the Velox, and neither of those things are here. Uh-oh. There's an actual Protea bit, but again, not what we're looking for. Splendid. And there's an Okina piece. There we go. That's good. Okina piece there. That is good as well. Velox piece there. Wonderful. And then... Alright then. Yep, this is... Might be doing a bit of extra farming here today. Okina Prime Handle. Yeah. Did I get any pieces already? I did get a few pieces, so we are actually part the way along. But even then, these can be painful. I'm going to say, I saw the performance, I'm a bit disappointed. It's Prime Weapons, they're not supposed to be incarnate tier. So, we kind of expect them to be middle of the road these days. Okina Peas. We have got this. Yeah. Not looking absolutely flush on these relics. Tell the truth. Not looking truly flush. We'll see how it comes together. Are the energy to shield mods safe to use on frames that aren't pro tier? Broadly, yes. Just it can still reduce your shield gate, but the reason it's not an issue on most other frames is that your shield gate usually won't be 2.5 seconds, because you won't usually have 1150 or more shields. Most frames will run a lower shield gate than that still. If it's, say, 1.5 seconds, and you cast an ability with the Auger set active... Thanks, Agia. Appreciate the A1 free sub there. Cheers indeed on that. Of course you had to do that to the bot. As I was saying, if you cast an ability, say, half a second or so into your shield gate, and you activate the Auger set, which means you gain some shields, and then immediately take damage, restarting your shield gate with a shorter duration, you'll still get most of the shield gate out of this. You won't really notice a whole lot of difference. And if you are casting more than a little bit of shields, you'll very rapidly get to enough of a shield gate that, combined with your reaction speed, you'll probably be okay. So outside of Pro Tier, you should be okay. It's just that Pro Tier very easily gets to such a high shield gate that the undercut is really noticeable. That's how it works out. So, technically, no frame is safe. Either they get the benefit and therefore get the problems, or they don't get the benefit, in which case it's not a question in the first place. But no frame shield gate can be regenerated that way, it's safe. It's only really Pro Tier that worries about it. Hope that makes sense. I'm going to say, funny that Dante can't see proc the Overguard gate because Triumph does Overguard regen. Yep, Overguard regen even when Overguard runs out. Yep. Right then, which weapon we find me first? Well, let's see what pieces I have got. If I do it the smarter way and just go through my inventory. Well, let's see here. I think if I go Okina, absolutely nothing. Wonderful. Just some relics, in fact. Not even all of them. Oh, that's brilliant. And then Velox. So we've got the Velox Prime Blueprint and Receiver. It's the barrel that I'm missing, which is probably going to be the... Oops. Probably going to be the rare piece, right? Oh, would you look at that. Velox Prime Barrel, it's the rare piece. On a Miso, I don't have. I see it's going to be one of those kinds of days. And let's see, this relic I don't have is also the rare piece. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's, that is not a good starting point. That is absolutely not a good starting point. Okay, we're going to have to work through this. It's fine. We just need to do a little bit of grinding. It means a little bit more work on the stream. Apollo time. They weren't Axes, were they? They were rares, but they weren't Axes. Ina is Neo. And then Velox is Miso. So no, that's not Apollo. No. Miso and Neo, and those are both farmable at the same time through Ukko. So I think best way to handle this is we can get a group together, get going through the ones that can be obtained so far, and then once we're out of those and just onto the rares, absolutely slam Ukko home. I think that's going to be the best way to do this. So, if you'd like to be part of that, we'll just check in there. No, that's not going to be what we need. If you'd like to be part of that, send me a message in game, like Darth Washbear has here. I'll bring you on into the squad. May I join your quest for primary weapons? Well, it's just going to be the weapons, Darth Washbear. And so long as you have relics for either Okina or for Velox, you're welcome into the squad. You need a relic for Okina or Velox. As long as you have that, it's good. And we got Solomir looking to come on in. Have relics for all of them. Excellent, that's what I like to hear. It's quite convenient, both can be found in one place. Yeah, it does mean that the drop rates are split, but if you're not needing to hyper-target something, and even if you are hyper-targeting something, it's such a fast mission to run. Ukko is brilliant for Neo Misos. The downsides are, one, it's the same mission run every 60 seconds, so that can get a bit grating, and two, loading times. If you have poor loading times, it's going to be even more painful. At that point, you might want to go for the disruption route. But yeah. Third one doesn't have the Kenshin Glyph to fraud. We'll see. We'll see. We have space for one more person to join us on these runs. We will be going into one of the Omni Fissures. We can bring whatever a relic anyone has for the Okina or Velox pieces. There is our third. It is 12MAY24. Come on in. Now, we've got Conjunction Survival over there. What other options have we got? We have got Survival or Avoid Cascade. Of all these, you know what? Let's just go for good old Survival. Murmur Survival. It's not something we do every day. And I'm going to get started with the Okina pieces. Now, how many pieces do we need? We need 2 of each. Okay. So I'm going to start with these G7s that I have an absolute shed load of. Don't need to upgrade them. Can farm the traces out of them. Let's take it from there. Absolutely. Let's take it from there. Fair do, right, fair do. We'll leave that there where it is. Hello, Moon. Welcome on in. And yeah, sorry, really unexpected. It looks like you do not get your wish. There is an imposter among us. Or maybe they're changing it right now, realizing their error of their ways. Maybe. Here we are, we're all loaded up. We have got G7, 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 and an O2. Alright then. Let's see how go. That's a very golden ship at the back there. Are we waiting on the 12MAY24 load time? 12MAY24, what platform are you on? I'm not used to seeing the loading circle literally load pixel by pixel. Switch? Your
enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
There's a Kenshin Glyph. There is indeed. Exclamation mark glyph. I have made a few changes to my Boltor recently. See if I can get some more value out of it. I'm still dabbling in that regard. Because, you know, I mean, it's powerful. Don't get me wrong, it is powerful, but I wonder if I can make it more powerful. Right? I mean, such is the way. It's what a Tenno's supposed to do. Hello, Genji. How you doing? Now, if only Incarnon charging on the Murmur wasn't such an absolute pain. There we are. That'll do. As we can see, the damage output here is plenty sufficient. Not just a little bit either, it is plenty sufficient. I'm basically just clicking on them. I'm not holding down the shot on those ones. Just a lovely little tap. Where is that? Ah! There's a back. Exactly, Umbrella, exactly. We've had power, but what about more power? Exactly. Because, I mean, look at this. These are Steel Path level 163. And you just kind of put something in their general direction and it's enough. That's what we're looking for in terms of power, right? Or even the Xmas units just feel like basic. So getting Incarnate Charge is actually kind of an issue because everything just dies. What's the mechanic that allows Zarta's Whisper to alleviate Incarnate Charging also? It does? Does it? I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar on that one. Not too familiar. I'm seeing a Gruzzling marker. Let's go help with that. Right after I get stuck. Oh, seems like they dealt with the Gruzzling. Oh, I'll take my reward from it. I was present. Ooh, extra range and strength on Lavos. Well, got a dash. Yep. Yeah, Bolter's pretty damn spicy, isn't it? It do get the job done. The only issue is getting the damn headshots to keep Deadhead charged. I'm on full 3 stacks at the moment, but you really have to be looking out for the ones that can be headshot, considering how many can't. Oh, turning your arm away. Yeah. Even the Anatomizer just falls apart. Really do just kind of carve through. Isn't that great? I mean, that's what you want from an Incarnate weapon, is one that can just carve. That's on cooldown. Fair do, man, fair do. Report back what you discover. Now, I had a look at the bits and pieces. I've got the Velox pieces except the barrel, so I'm looking out for that. And then Okina, I think I have nothing of so far, don't I? Yeah. Oh, I wanted this. Didn't realise the guy was right on me, but... There we are, he's got... Oh, no! Oh, I should have rolled out the bubble. No! I've got permanent Malice bubble now. It's a visual effect, but it's now permanently there. I hate that bug so much. I really hate that bug. Who ended up winning the Prime Access last Wednesday? It's in the announcements over on the Discord.
The Sanctum is waiting for you.
It's in the announcements. Are we sticking? Or in particular, keep farming. Oh, come on! I'm taking the Okina piece. It's what I'm here for. It's what I'm here for, but... That feels harsh. Okay. Yeah, if you already have the weapons, you grab what you want. You don't need to grab what I'm grabbing. Ah. The sacrifices we make when committing to what we farm. Because, I mean, I could just buy the bits outright, but, like, that's not as fun. If I keep doing that, I'll have nothing to do in the game, and I'll also run out of that 6,600 platinum. I mean, you know, that can only go so far. Gonna have to take the piece. You buy the whole Prime Access? Well, thank you very much for supporting the game, which allows the rest of us to continue enjoying it. Let's look at it that way. Please get us. Not you going to do another Spectre video? I mean, who knows what may demand that plat next. All it takes is DE to bring out some new mechanic that needs testing 50,000 times over with a rush mechanic to it, and bye-bye. What is Platinum at that point? Weird that thing was just stood there. Yeah. Good. Not AFKing. Okay. Was wondering. Platinum equals time? Yeah, just assuming that people don't use that time to idle. That would be poor form. Oh hey, Necromech. That's not great. Can you be vulnerable yet, please? Thank you. Cool. That's an equal time as a straight formula. Sure. Yeah, sure. Let's. You tell yourself that. I feel like I'm missing a buff. But I've got the radiation on. Maybe it's because I'm just not in encounter mode. Because that does do a lot for the output.
60 seconds.
Oh, we're running a bit low on life support. Alright, let's go fix that. There's plenty in here. And an Necromech. We'll fix that too. There we are. Still need a little bit more of the reactant, which I see we got some pieces. Got 2 minutes to grab it all. Should have plenty of time there. One more to grab. And we've got Angst arriving. There he is. Hello! Oh, okay. Run over there, do you, mate? You know, through all the effects, it actually becomes slightly hard to see where Angst is. Not gonna lie. Especially with the bugged extra effects on me. It's just slightly hard to see who's who. There we are, run it cracked. Another buff to level. Sure, why not?
Your relic is opened.
Let's use the dash, just because I can. I actually ran out of room before using said dash. Let's do it back this way then. I mean, the sheer distance you can get on that with the range boost. Oh. Too fun. Now, I don't expect anything amazing from these prime weapons. I'm mostly getting them for completionism's sake, I'll be quite honest. They are, after all, just prime weapons. If you expect the world from prime weapons, I wonder which game you're playing at this point, because prime weapons, they vary a little bit in power here or there, but they've maintained a pretty consistent tier. Hello Zob, not a problem, not a problem. Welcome in, hope you're doing well today. And on the off chance you are not, I hope you can relax here. Okay, well we got the Akina Prime Blueprint, lovely. We'll just ignore that random gold that came out of a intact Axie relic. Psh, Sure. Sure. Welcome on in, Brandon. Glad you've been enjoying the YouTube channel, and welcome into Twitch as well. Hope you enjoy your time here. So let's run this again. Looking for a common like gold. How even? And Mirrorlade, thank you very much for gifting a sub over to Zomtronic. Zom, make sure you thank Mirrorlade for that. Real generous. Right, the silver forms you got this morning, now this. Sometimes that's the way it be, eh? Sometimes that's just the way it be.
60 seconds of life support remaining.
As I glanced over for a moment, I saw the bronze badge next to your name. I was like, there's no way you're only on your second month of sub. Like, no. You're on your second year of sub. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. I'm not even waiting for these things to get corrupted. It's so difficult to tell what is and isn't corrupted. I'm just kind of going for it. Just open the guns.
Tick-tock. Time and oxygen are running out.
Zom fake mod. No, I think Zom is a perfectly acceptable mod. What they do here is welcomed. If there's someone you want to use as a role model on this channel, Zom's a good pick. Yeah, right after me, of course. We're up on a 5 reactant, just 1.5 minutes in. Feeling good. I mean, Espery, a fake mod coming from someone who doesn't have a mod badge? Yeah, that would be about right. That would be about accurate, wouldn't it? Be more like Zom appreciate bugs and snakes. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. I'm sure Zom will tell you absolutely plenty about how people misunderstand such critters. Zom will probably even tell you that I've used the wrong word, that it's somehow not critters. This after discovering that many bugs aren't in fact bugs. Go figure on that one. I can't remember if a ladybug is actually supposed to be a bug or not. My brain just kind of halted at that discussion, I'll be honest with you. Just hit a brick wall and went, you know what? No. Speaking of no, where's this acolyte at? Thinking it could spawn on someone else so as to survive? Not happening. Not happening. Zombies hate patches. I mean, if there's patches that get rid of bugs that Zom likes, I suppose, yeah. Zom's ideology, it's not a bug, it's a friend. Now that does sound accurate. That hostile? I don't think that's the hostile one. I think this is the hostile one. Come on. Out you pop. Come on, you lemon. There we are. And it's dead. So anyway. Comes to something when building Incarnate Charge is harder than killing a Necromech. Hotfix 242 removed all bugs. I don't think there is any dev ever that would dare commit a hotfix labelled as removed all bugs. I don't think there is a single dev brave enough to make such a claim. At least not a professional. That just ain't happening.
You have but 60 seconds of life support remaining.
Life support's doing the little looby-loo again. Let's just scoop that back up. There we are. Plenty again. Hello, Novacell. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. Let's see. It could do with a little bit more reactorinos. I'm gonna guess some of those. Oh, don't get stuck on that pillar. Gonna guess there's some over here. Yes, there is. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sorry. What?
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
I almost mantled up to there. How did? Can I slip through the crack? Can I get my way up there? Oh, never mind a moment. Hey, another Okina piece. We're actually doing pretty lucky today. That's good. That is good. Why do shotguns have their own mods but bows don't? Because that's how D designed it. That is literally the entire reason. Okina. Bring another of these. Because I may have got one blade, but we need 2 blades to build it. Can't quite make it through, it seems. That mantling was a fluke. Can't shoot that, that is friend. Downside of having stacks run out, as I mentioned before now, is it makes killing things like this a little bit more of a problem because they self-destruct and in the process deny you the kill. Self-destructing from them denies it entirely, but it's also where the weak point is. It's like, okay, so what part of it are you supposed to shoot? When is a kill a kill? Whereas those, on the other hand, easy peasy. No complaints, no issues. Just obliteration. I see the saying, wish the Gunco mods gave you 1 stab by default like melee condition overload. I could see that, buddy. I could see that.
Jesus, I have not been in the stream for quite some time. Smile. Hope you are doing well, Ken.
Have you really not? Well, I mean, at 32 months, you've still been in the stream a while. But all the same, really, thank you very much for the 32-month resub. It's absolutely huge. And I am doing well. Hope you're doing well as well yourself there. Cheers indeed. And incoming torment. Where are they at? Nowhere near me. And already being murdered. That is not fair. I want to join the murders. No! Alright. I'll catch the next one. Did I just gain 5 steel essence? I swear that said 5. But I'm not sure how. Nope, not sure how. Hello there, local. Welcome on in. And the smooth stiff and survivor. Oh, right. Of course, yeah, 25% bonus. Now it makes sense. Shows how often I do this kind of a fisher. Let's get the rest of that reactant. Just one more piece will do. Beautiful. Melee weapon damage is increased, but that's not what I'm using. I mean, I can, but I don't wanna. And until I did. Not what I'm looking to play. Oh, I looked over at chat and apparently found a dropout. Whoopsies. Perish. How do you get 215 platinum the fastest way possible? Buy it with real money. For the second best option, check out my platinum guide, !plat. Would a higher duration but slightly lower iron skin on Rhino be a good trade-off? Higher duration? Oh, you meaning for not iron skin. So, less of an initial multiplier on the iron skin, but longer duration on the abilities. Honestly, it's a matter of personal preference. That is a matter of personal preference, really. Do you want to be casting less often? Or do you want iron skin to be more reliable? Take your pick. See, email saying, sell feet pics to a weeb. Is that what we call weeb cheese? Is that yet another definition for it? Because honestly, I don't... Even if that is the definition we go with, that's still another very non-positive definition for weeb cheese. Yeah. Did wonder about that original title? Yeah. It's got absolutely nothing to do with Warframe. It is entirely because it just came from one of those silly conversations you have with your brothers messing around. Somehow the phrase weeb cheese came into existence, and at the same time we agreed that there is no possible definition for weeb cheese that is in any way positive. It's just a disgusting sounding phrase. Pure disgust. Hey, more Okina pieces. I'll take the rarer one. Lovely, lovely. Are pro-cheese weapons worth farming for? We'll find out once I build them, really. Okay, so I still need to have one more blade. And then that should be a complete Okina. There we go. Because yeah, if we just have a quick ganders here, is it not going to show it? Okay, that's helpful. Say asking, is there any chance I could listen to you over one of your Discord channels, Kenshia? Rather than the stream? No, I don't stream to Discord and Twitch at the same time. So if you want to hear me, it's on the stream. That's just how it goes. I know there's a delay to it, that is just the setup. Hi, Violence, you trying to ruin everyone else's day? Tough titties. I'm Lavos. What's an ability? We can run without them. I mean, you don't have to like the stream delay. It's just what it is. Also, if you have adverts, the stream delay gets ever bigger. I've noticed before now, I'm going into a stream. Hey, no problem, Darth. No problem. I've noticed in going into other people's streams that when you have that little window at the top right, the picture-in-picture, showing you what the stream is doing, I've noticed that sometimes something will happen on that picture-in-picture, the advert will end, and then that same moment will happen again on the actual full stream, showing that I've become yet further delayed behind the stream as it then tries to effectively catch up to itself. Or catch up with what it was about to show. So if you ever get any little loading moments, if you ever have to deal with the adverts, that will put you further and further behind stream until you refresh. Yo, Shelzin, thank you very much for subscribing once again with your Prime up onto 2 months with that lovely bronze badge next to your name. Cheers for that. Appreciate it. Oh. Cheers. There we go. Primary weapon has unlimited ammo.
That's it.
And the Boltor.
The relic. Finish your mission.
You sure about that, game? Because I can just hold down the fire button. I have got absolutely no problem holding down the fire button on the Boltor. This gun just kinda go brr. Yeah, I was kind of noticing the complete lack of enemies all of a sudden. It's like, I haven't shot you yet. Why are you all dead? Osmo beetles aren't true bugs, or the common definition of bug is likely big enough to include crabs. Zom, I don't know what I expected, but I certainly wasn't ready for that. I certainly was not ready for that. I doubt anyone else here was either. In fact, I was so thrown off by it, I put gas onto my weapon. What am I doing? Let me know if this Boltor's getting annoying, by the way. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep shooting. Ow! Buff ran out. Alright. Back to Incarnate mode. You just hardstyle beat over the Boltor, it's all good. Sure. Sure. Alright, we are about a minute away from our next payday. Hopefully more goodies. We're on to piece, reward number 5. I'm just losing track of exactly what pieces we got. And unfortunately I don't have a way to check, do I? Alright. Also don't know why some enemies just end up skittering around there. Yo!
Keep up the great work.
Buzzer, thank you very much for the resub there up onto 5 months, and keep it up I shall. Cheers for that, my dude. Appreciate it. Also, Big Ham saying, is a Glaive River mod and a Torrid River mod any good? Glaive, if it can get rid of multiple mods at once, so you condense your power, sure. For Torrid, oh absolutely, Torrid has a crazy display. Also, why did he use Yo DJ for that? That was a choice. Ooh, unlucky this one. Not getting what we're needing. Your 2-year Volo anniversary is on a Friday? Oh, well there we are then. You reached 2 years. Yo DJ is 50 cheaper than a message. Is it now? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's do a little something about that. There we are. That should have that one solved. Fireflies, are you having fun? Absolutely. Also flies when you, you know, go into a cryopod for however long. But I don't think that's happening to people here. I don't think I'm quite boring any of you to sleep just yet, I hope. If you're able to sleep to the sound of a Boltor going off at random periods, I'm concerned for your hearing, to be honest. Oh wow, that Mania is getting obliterated. I've only got time to run over and shoot it. Just death. But I say I have ADHD, can I fall asleep to heavy metal? There I do, okay. So what I'm gathering then is if someone falls asleep to this stream, either they're hard of hearing or have ADHD. I mean, it's an interesting pair of diagnoses, but you know what? I'm not a licensed medical professional, so I'll just throw that out there. Why not?
That book. I look at it, and I want to
There's a book?
spit or split.
Did I find a book?
Things wrong. Capital W wrong.
Nope, someone else found the book.
Listen, it's not you. It's
Where
your
is
skin,
the book? Book's over
but
this way.
It's not you. Kill it.
Shoot the book thing!
You have collected enough reactants to open your relic.
I actually can't see if I'm shooting it at this point.
Not safe. It's still out there.
Yeah,
You have to kill
yep.
all of it, not just the skin.
I'm on my way to killing it. Oh, it's right by extraction.
We found it. Kill it.
And it's dead. Easy peasy. Very
Told you
easy.
Not to mess with it. I'm glad you're okay.
I mean, if you fall asleep to my videos, that's a little bit more understandable. It's mostly me talking and some very quiet music in the background. So if you fall asleep to that, I understand. There are people I've heard use them as driving playlists. They'll just have my videos one after another as a podcast whilst they're driving long distance.
60 seconds.
Not sure that's really the best way to take in some of the concepts I talk about, but if it works for them, it works for them. I give you the videos, you choose how you consume them, I suppose. What if you like to fall asleep listening to my content whilst driving? Yeah, please do not fall asleep whilst driving. Just no. This is why public transport exists in civilized countries, so that you can fall asleep traveling from A to B without killing anyone. Now, do not say "pop off, King" to someone threatening to sleep while driving. That is not good. That is not a king play right there. There's another word that starts with a hard k sound that would certainly be more accurate, but ain't king. Yeah, pop off the road. That's not cake, Esprit, no. No. You live in a slightly intriguing world, if that's where you think this is going. And yeah, I've heard of there being some kind of pseudoscience around listening to things whilst you fall off asleep, meaning you just kind of absorb it. You know my recommendation for learning things? Pay attention. Having it just beamed into your head is some sci-fi ideal and is not actually a legitimate way to learn. Falling asleep during a class, intentionally or otherwise, does not count as learning, no matter how much you might want it to. Put a book under your pillow. That also doesn't work. No. There is no shortcut to learning things. You just gotta do it. Again, no Okina. That's unfortunate. I am out of the main Okina relics, the bits we're trying to get hold of. Shoshin looking for the timeout. Alrighty then. Bop. Because I actually have all the pieces, I'm going to go no relic here. All the pieces and none of the relics to make progress towards my own item. This is dip moment. We gotta go. Take stock where we're at, see what needs to be farmed, and kinda make our way forwards. Or just leap over the edge, that works too. Also Shoshin with the hydrate. Not Ascension, sorry. That was the time out yourself. Ill Future of the Hydrate. Cheers. So saying, I'm falling asleep during class, witnessed a classmate get woken up by the lecturer calling on him at some point. Classmate reflexively blew him a kiss and a wink. Damn, that's not good. There we are, look at that. Almost a full Okina. Almost. Just needed the common blade to come around again, but it didn't. It didn't. But still got a heck of a lot of good bits and pieces. 301 Void Traces, that's nothing shabby. Near full Okina set, 38 Steel Essence, a full Riven mod. Some good stuff. Alright then, so let's just re-verify where everything is at. So for the Okina Prime, yep, so it's just the blades needed. And that was the the Axie Relic. So it might end up at Apollo. And then for the Velox Prime, the only thing needed is the barrel, which we picked up a relic for. That is convenient. That is indeed convenient. Okay. Now if I got that relic, that means everyone in the squad got that relic, so we can all afford to do a Miso V9 rad share. Just make sure this is the squad. Yep, Miso. Miso V9 rad. Just confirm everyone's good for that. Sure, yes. And you gotta give the Switch player a moment. First you have to load the keyboard, and that's like 15% of its processing power. Maybe 20%. Yeah, so on taxonomy can get real weird, can't it? Let me see my traces. I mean, you should have enough. We did just open up 5 relics in a row. You should have enough traces at that point. Because the average traces per relic you open is 18 without a resource booster. So 5 relics at an average of 80. Just one item where people would prefer to pick it up as well, that'll put you to 100 right there. And if you have a resource booster, you should be well over it. I got 300 traces after all. But let's see. Shane saying, yeah, the lecturer let it slide, I think because he's just rather styled by this, because what would you do? Yeah. Got enough for 3 rads for the blueprint. Cool. Well, blueprint is not what we're looking for. It's the Velox Prime barrel, which is the V9. But you've got the traces. That's the most important bit. So, Miso V9. Let's run one more of that then. Assuming that's actually available. Can we access the Void Fissures from here? I don't think we can. Can we? Oh wait, here we are, yeah. Survival Fissure, you can access it here. Ah, there we are then. Okay, so it was not Okina, it was a Velox Prime Barrel upgrade. There we go, Miso V9 puts in and building the squad. Let's just hope we revive more Twitch chat is having a moment. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Okay, we got 3 V9s. We're just waiting on the Switch player. Again, it's just how Switch works. Or barely doesn't. Any second now. Also, I noticed that's a Dreamer's Bond on a Wisp Prime. The mod that gives you a little bit of energy, a little bit of health per second, if I recall correctly, on a frame that gives you all of the health per second, and doesn't have a high energy demand. That's certainly a choice. That is certainly a choice.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master
Alright
the
then.
canvas of war.
Let's get cracking, shall we? Did I say, sometimes I feel like there should be another tier of options in rally refinement. Allows you to simply lock onto whichever loot you want. The whole point of it being random is that you don't always get what you want. This is important for the Warframe economy in general, and also for DE keeping you engaged. Level 263? Sorry, did I miss something? Why are they level 263? I thought they were level 160 odd. It's a Steel Path Fisher. Did I just miss a detail at some point? I feel like I'm missing a fundamental detail here. But I could have sworn we weren't against level 263. I mean, Deathwish, that's exactly the question that's on my mind. Have we accidentally somehow got a steel path? Which doesn't make sense, so I don't think we have, because it's just a toggle. But it doesn't appear to be corrupted ones. Can someone check, what is this mission? Persto Survival, what level is this mission normally? The Steel Path, what level is it normally? So think of Empty Arena, we have the wild cards and boost packs. Empty Arena starts engagement. If you have Wildcard Prime, it didn't change much. MTG, however, the packs are purchased with real money directly, unless you farm up very few packs. They have terrible odds for some of the pieces, far more terrible than what you have here. They're not infinitely doable free to play, and you don't have a trading option in MTG Arena. Apples to oranges there, Esprit. Apples to oranges. So yes, this is meant to be 163 to 165. There is no way that the Fisher is adding on 100 levels. So something has gone a bit awry here. Yep, we have definitely entered into Steel Path. Cool. Alright then. Just double stealing it. Sure. I don't know if that's going to affect any of the boosts. If they're applied twice, I somehow doubt it. That would be too fortunate. 2 minutes in. It was instant. It was the first enemy. Was plus 100 levels. In fact, I've been 263 this entire 3 minutes. We're on Steelia Path. I don't know what steel would be. Is this stainless steel path? Titanium path, maybe. An obtanium path, because you're not supposed to be able to be here. Level cap in 10 minutes. God, I hope not. Oh, the scaling on that. I don't think my setup is designed to handle that. That would be problematic. Voltmania, you still need 4 more reactant. Make sure you're moving around for that. Got some enemies in the natural run spawners level 55 earlier today. God damn. Okay. What are levels anyway? What level are you? Yeah, the spawning corrupteds are also 263. What level is Misery going to be then? Misery is 265, yeah. And also still getting obliterated because that's how levels work at the moment. Damage mitigation is doing its best, but it's not enough. Level doesn't matter if they're dead. Exactly. Exactly, we have got this. I'm hoping this Rad Share will get us that Okina piece. Not Okina, the Velox piece. We've got a roughly 1 in 3 chance. It's not a great chance, but I'm hoping.
You can come home now. No need to be a hero on
Me
my
so
account.
G7 pickup in the process.
Unless, of course, you want
Sure.
to be.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Baroque piece. Why not? Yeah, it could be something to do with entering it first from Star Chart and then from Sanctum. We're not going to go for another on now, the Darth Weshbear, because basically I don't have an appropriate relic to bring at this point. I need to, again, return, rethink. I appreciate the offers of those of you who do have it, but I don't want to be a leech. I'm working towards my own atom. If I happen to get it from someone else in the process, that's gravy. But if I'm not even bringing something towards it, that's not what we're here for today. Buck? No, we don't need the buck. You can get a shitty common arcane on your own time.
Tick-tock. Time and oxygen are running out.
Science time, re-enter a 5-minute run, see if it stacks 365. I'll drop squad and see what happens there. Just to make it super quick. Influence is not shitty? Sure, and are we going to get influence? Or are we going to get another melee retaliation? Point is, spending time going and killing the buck when we've got other things to do is not what I'm here for. The whole point of a custom-made squad, a pre-made squad, is that we're doing something specific rather than screwing off from it. Why don't tone mods drop from bucks? Because D didn't put them there. Simple as that, really. Alright, let's just quickly see. If I load into this now, do I end up in a level 365 mission? It would help if I hit the right mission.
Each enemy is more powerful than before.
I didn't hit the Fisher, but let's see what level this is. This could be some info on its side. Okay, so yeah, these are down to 155, so that's something. Let's abort out to the Anatomica.
Tenno, our work goes on.
That it does.
Yeah.
Is this an empty Anatomica? That just feels weird. Omnia Fisher. Just gonna hold a relic. So it says level 163 to 165.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate.
You forgot about the does it make sense thinking of games where a crab in WoW drops a recipe on how to cook it? Yeah. It's not just WoW that does that. It's like how you can get gems from wolves in Skyrim. It's like, where the fuck did this get the gem? Yeah, level 263. Okay. What if we leave here to Orbiter? And then head back in from the Star Chat real quick. Just to fully verify this. Yeah, Zom, if you haven't done your Harkon hunt and you intend to do it, probably worth getting around to that, isn't it?
The art of combat must be
I should probably double check if I've done mine. I
to
think I have,
truly
but
master
you never know.
The canvas of war.
There's an enemy, and it is level 163. Yeah. So there is indeed 100 level extra boost from Sanctum Anatomica for no reason that I can see. That's a fun one. That is a fun one. Go figure. Okay, so recap of where we're at. For the Velox Prime. Don't have this at the moment, and is the barrel that I need, is the only piece I need, as we can see here. Just not got lucky on that one so far, so the Miso Relic does need farming. As for Okina Primes, now I'm out of much of the relics for it, but Okina Prime, just one blade short, and that is unfortunately an Axii Relic. Ooh, okay. Alright. That is slightly annoying, because now we've got 2 relics to farm from 2 entirely different drop tables. Last. Alright. Back on the Axii grind. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the Miso Relic. And for that, I'm going to switch to Titania. So I want to do this quickly. Because the idea is going through the Void Ukko mission, and we can do this on normal mode. There's no point doing it on Steel Path, there's no value to it. So we'll do it on the Ukko mode there. And priority will go to those who are already in the squad in this case. The Darth Washbear, Solomir, Voltmania. Actually, Voltmania, sorry, I'm going to say no on that one for you. Just because your load times will absolutely tank ours. So if you have a decent load time, and you would like to join me on speeding through these capture missions till we get the right Miso Relic, then you can send me a message in game, the Kengineer. I'll bring you on into the squad. But you do need to have decent load times. Playing on Switch is unfortunately not an option for this. Queen, you could still run the mission yourself to get the relic, but you're going to have to run that separately. I'm not going to have the stream be 50% load time because of a Switch user. That's an unfortunate reality of it. So here's the V9 we need. What's my ping? My ping to me is 0. Ain't about ping, it's about load time. There we are. Sarah, come on in. What's the best progenitor for the Tenet Galaxian? The gun isn't in the game yet. So I'll answer that question when I can look at it. Alright. We got a squad. Yeah, Queen, you can make your sad Queenie noises, but you know this is the right call to make as well. Hello, Jolly Quartz. Welcome on in. And we are ready to go.
You must find, capture, and extract our target.
This ain't a fisher, so we don't need to do any fishery things. Like getting a bunch of kills. It is just get this guy, cap him, leave. That's all we're doing here.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
And this is not me sprinting. This is just holding forwards. Just because that's the speed I can manage. 37 seconds. You can see why off stream I'd run this solo. There we are. Neo S18, wrong one, we run again. Jolly Quartz, burning question on my mind. How do you get the equations for damage and stuff? Is it from data mines, and how do you maths? Okay, it's not from data mining. D gives us the equations in-game, in that you can apply a mod and see what happens, both in the arsenal and in just testing in the simulacra missions. So he's just playing it. As for, and how do you maths? I don't feel I can answer that on a Twitch live stream. That's a pretty broad topic, my dude. That is a pretty broad topic right there. I would suggest staying in school. Most schools tend to actually teach it.
You are
Most.
here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target.
Oh, I took a turn. It is this way. Grab. Which of us is grabbing? Is it Solomon or is it me? We both did the animation.
We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
Well, in any case, let's get our Capturinos this way. Straight ahead. Off to the side. Oh, got stuck on that. Silly me. There we are. 40 seconds. Reverse engineer the damage come up with the equation. Pretty much, yes. That's how it goes down. Much of the equations are already understood throughout the community. Some things are pretty basic in themselves, so if you put on a damage mod and you get that much more damage, that's pretty simple equation right there. It's when things get more complicated, like how the galvanized damage mods just have funky formulae involved. That's when it comes down to pure weapon testing, and it's very much just brute force, test it, write it down, test it, write it down, test it, write it down. With those numbers, what's the line you can draw? And if the line you can draw isn't a straight line, oh boy, you're in for a little bit of work. Yeah. There's no data mining involved, no peering into the code of the game, just take what the game tells you and see if it makes sense. And if it doesn't, figure out if you're wrong or if the game is wrong. Either could be true. How do you even figure out damage attenuation? Try to understand the wiki before I line halfway through. Basically, more damage means more damage resistance on the target. That's it. With soft attenuation, more damage doesn't lead to that much more resistance, so more damage will still kill more quickly. With strong attenuation, more damage leads to a lot of resistance, and so more damage will kill slightly more quickly.
Your part is done here, Tenno.
And then in maximum attenuation, which is the kind used, appearing to be used on the Murmur boss, what you get there is that more damage will meet equal increase in damage resistance, so once you hit the cap, you don't actually kill it any faster. But ultimately, more damage means more damage resistance on the target, causing how quickly you kill it to be a more fixed-ish time. It makes it harder for you to just bullet hose it through with infinite damage on, say, something like the Exodia Contagion. Is 800 million credits enough? Yes, you're fine. Basically, yes. You can't really test that reliably, I'm assuming, so how do you even come out with the equation? Well, that's the thing, I don't have the equation for damage attenuation. Others may have damage attenuation equations. You can take it on faith that they are correct, or you can look past it to just see what's the general vibe. I've not put out equations on damage attenuation because I don't have them.
Find them and capture them.
Even if someone thinks they have them, it may be that they only have it for a specific set of circumstances, not themselves realizing the other variables involved in what they have just done. That is a very real possibility. Does damage attenuation go away eventually? It depends on the attenuation, but usually yes. What I discovered with Archons, for example, in my original tests of them, is that there were two forms of attenuation at once. Firstly, there was resistance to your damage output as it was, and then there was also a further resistance to the amount of damage it had received over time. So the damage attenuation that is caused by total DPS received, yes, that does come down over time. Is that what we wanted? No, it isn't. So it's why if you take a break from shooting an Archon or the Murmur boss, the next shots you make seem to take off a big chunk of its health comparatively, and then it just kind of stops again. And then you stop shooting for a bit, and then you shoot forwards. It's almost as if you're playing catch up with the timer. That's how it feels. But ultimately, keeping your damage on the boss will be more effective than breaking off, resuming. If that weren't the case, you have coded it incorrectly. Pure and simple. What focus school do you use? Never seen those ability icons. I typically sit on Anairu, but I think I'm on Vazarin at the moment. Yeah, I'm on Vazarin. The reason for that is I had done Netracells as Nova, and I wanted Vazarin as a kind of a fallback plan. For basically survival. I was running a speedver in a public group, and it certainly came in handy having instant revives. That did come in handy. Ah, done. 35 seconds. That's pretty nice. I'm doing this quick, not aiming for speedrun records, but just quick. Never bothered to unlock Vazarin? It's decent. You've got survivability options, you've got the faster revives on it, i.e. instant revives on it, and you've also got the ability to group up enemies with it as well. So you get a kind of a budget budget airburst. That's nice. Yeah. When it comes to equations in Warframe, and really in any game, just trying and seeing what you get. That's how you get the information. You just try different things in different ways, and eventually figure out what the differences are between them. There's your equation. That's all it comes down to. And that's not really that much different from just ordinary science. You get an idea, you try that idea, you see what happened, and then you see if your idea is correct, or if you need to refine your idea. Job done. Am I an actual engineer? I am not, no, I'm a engineer. The difference is an engineer is some accredited official career path of making structures or objects or whatnot, whereas I, as an engineer, I instead do the research and construction of things in video games, or in gaming in general. So you can consider engineering game engineering, but it's not an official recognised thing, and I don't have engineering qualifications. Didn't check the time we got here, doesn't matter. But it's not a weird question at all. It's a question I get a lot, probably because my name has engineer in it. So kind of gives someone the idea that I might be an engineer. I get it. But no, it's not coincidental. It's just not from my own vocational background, as it were. Oh, I keep forgetting to delete this track. I hate it. Oh yeah. It's also because you're really smart and sound smart. I mean, I couldn't pick the name The Kengineer and then be like, in it, bruv, we're going to be looking at Protea. Right, so what you want, you know, man? What you want to get, like, all the good stuff from them, man? What you're going to have is you're going to put on, like, all the absolutely top-notch mods, yeah. Like, right good stuff. You want a proper blinging in it? That's Protea. Anyway, peace. Yeah. No one would listen to me as The Kengineer if that was my guides.
Mission complete. The captive has
that would be terrible. That was painful to do, I'm not going to lie. I should make an April Fool's guide like that. I think it was bad enough when I did the guide to the girl who skates, right? You know, the guide with the words with one short sound each. That guide that broke minds of those who did not like to think in that way. Some were lost for words, some loved it, Some went mad. I went mad. Yeah.
Easy.
Yo! Thanks for the tier 1 sub right there, my dude. Thank you for that. I think I can keep this up for a bit. What's Blood Farm? I need the rock for the new Prime gun to get the rare part. I gotta stop. Gotta stop. But it was monosyllabic up to that point. I think. Not gonna lie, the British get hurt. It hurt me. Because it turns out there's a lot of different British in Britain. Some of it is easier to listen to than others.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point.
The
Well done.
the area I grew up in, not so easy on the ears. Not so easy on the ears at all. But fortunately for us all, I don't have that accent. Somehow the short word bit made Secret Admirer take so much psychic damage. Is Scottish kind of thing that could exist? Okay, look, I do not intend to be cancelled or banned from the entire northern part of the country, so I am not going to attempt that. Mocking one of the more common regional accents of where I grew up? Fine. Mocking the entirety of Scotland? Nah. That's just not happening. Roll your R's one step ahead. I can only roll my R's when I am naturally stressing a word. If I try to roll my R's, I fail. I just sound like I'm sputtering. But, yeah. If I'm just speaking normally and stress a word with an R in it, it rolls. There you go. I can't choose to do it. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that.
Mission complete. The captive
Anyway.
has been escorted to the extraction point.
That
Well
room is
done.
a menace to Titania. There we go. This one's a nice one. This is an annoying one. Back into a nice one. Back into an annoying one. I love this little loop we got going on. And we're in the exit. 40 seconds. That'll do. Hello Zayashia. We are currently farming up the Miso V9 relic so we can get the Velox Prime barrel. Ductile says there's a county in Ireland called Donegal where even most Irish people can't understand what they're saying. Well, that makes sense. Fair enough. How much higher have I got? Oh wow. Okay. They say Little Duck is Cockney with like an Australian twang, so I want to know your opinion. My opinion is Little Duck is Little Duck. Please do not ask me to place more specific accents. It doesn't work for me. My brain doesn't process them that way. If I am repeatedly subjected to a regional accent, then I can begin to place it, but otherwise... Yeah, Little Duck is from space. Let's go with that. I like that. Everyone was talking about Scottish Kengineer, but hearing Ken with a heavy German accent will be a fever dream. Yeah, let's also not go down that road. And I see Queen wants us to change the music too. Let's grab that. Which one did you request? That one.
You must find, capture, and extract our target.
Oh, they've already got the main guy, so I will just linger here, shooting things, and away we go.
Interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
Here for the ride. Boop. 32 seconds. I'm happy with that. Again, doesn't want to do a Scottish accent, fearing a certain Cyclops countering his class. Right. Took me a moment. Took me a moment. Mirrorlay, thank you very much for gifting us up over to Intech. Intech45, make sure you thank Mirrorlay for that. Cheers. Oh. Yeah. Alright. Oh, what? What happened there? Both just left squad? What? That was weird. I'm just going to re-invite on the assumption you did not intend to both suddenly leave the squad. That seems like a big brokey broke. You wonder why you got notification about subscribing? I mean, that would do it. When someone gives you a sub, you become subscribed. Shock right now. Somebody I dropped also needs to have dinner, so I'll take the chance to leave. Fair enough then, Solomon. Fair enough on that. Whilst we're going through this, if anyone else does want to join in on running the captures, so long as you've got fast loading speeds, and no Nintendo Switch, no PS4, if you've got a fast loading speed, message me in game, I'll bring you on into the squad. And then once we get the relic, we're going to crack it, Radshare. Ooh, excuse me, sorry.
We received intel that
Let's
somebody
just
vital to enemy operations
close all those
is
so I
here.
can see a message
Find
when it
them
comes
and
through.
capture them.
Hello, you nullifying piece of crap. Get zapped. Are you join? Yeah, send the message in-game. I don't know what username I'm bringing in. Exclamation mark join if you have no idea how to do that.
Well done.
Exclamation mark join. Oh, turn in the wrong corner, it is fine. There we go. Good enough speed. Let's see your loading speed. Yeah, we'll see them shortly. Let's just come out of this mission. I'll invite you in. I think I can... nope, can't harbour that. Pulls me off it. Alright then, Dream Girly, come on into the squad. And we have got Joshua Zhong. Alright then, come on in. You've Rayleigh. Alright, as long as you can keep up with that. That is the important bit. Loading quickly, get it done, get out quick. It's pointless doing Yucko if we don't do it quicko. Speaking of, could not deliver. Oh, let's try that again. I don't know why invites just sometimes fail like that. Game do be silly some days. And Titania, brilliant. Let's do this. Actually, you're already pro skater? I mean, we'll see, we'll see. We've got triple Titania and Urayli. We'll see how this goes. We're loaded in nice and good.
Target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
I am detecting a synthesis target.
Grab that.
Use the synthesis scanner to trap the creature.
Bit of Whisper and Gauss. If someone doesn't bring it, they don't bring it.
Interrogate the captive back
I'm
at
not
base.
forcing a particular frame, I'm forcing a means of play, and that is be quickerinos. Okay, controlling Titania Sprint is more difficult. There we are. That'll do. Alright, so the Titanias are here. And Urayli, here she comes. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Volt sure makes a difference? Yeah, it does. Nil switch? Fair do. One single run with Urayli was enough to make them switch. I mean, 47 seconds is a plenty good time. That's under a minute. But if you want to switch, you go ahead and switch. So plenty good time. Alright, might as well get the next one up and running. When they switch, they can just bop ready to go. Speedvaults usually make me go bonkers. Yeah, I just don't sprint as Titania when that starts happening. At that point, the speed is enough to just coast rather than sprint. Ready to vault? You don't have to vault, no.
We received
Titania
intel
speed
that
is
somebody vital
sufficient.
to
We
enemy
are
operations
fine.
is here. Find
It
them
spawned me
and
looking the wrong
capture
way.
them.
That's cheating.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense
Cool,
it.
you got that.
Track it with
Yep,
the
yep.
synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted
Let's
to the
get our way
extraction
out of
point.
here.
Well done.
Had to wait for the waypoint to catch up to make sure I'm still going the right way. This way. Oh, can I not glitch through that? Nope, I'll just fly around. There we are. 40 seconds again, it's fine. Does Reezy bring Wukong to catch fishes instead of Titania? Yeah, fair do. Not sure I'm fast on Titania. I mean, 48 seconds. But that also felt like it was a larger run. You bring what you're comfortable with. Just make it fast. Who's faster, Gauss or Titania? Titania. In a straight line, Titania. And Gauss runs in a straight line, so Titania. Straight up. Gauss will distort your field of view to make you feel faster. Titania just goes. About the only thing faster at that point is teleporting.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
10-0.
There we are.
I am detecting a synthesis target.
Let's grab them. There we
Use
are.
the synthesis
Pulling them
scanner
up.
to track the creature.
Dog doing dog things. Fair enough.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point.
And
Well
we
done.
need to extract. I am by no means pro when it comes to flying Titania, but 34 seconds I'd say is a good time. Who'd win? Titania full range tap Clevo? Hard to say. Because Titania can buff up strength, so probably Titania. Probably Titania. If you could get the casting speed quick enough on the Clevo, it might work out. But in that time, Titania just kind of goes. Yeah. Hello, Fairboy. Welcome on in. Gauss designed to be playable, not the fastest. Yup. Very, very true. What we got planned? Same thing we've had for the entirety of the stream. Trying to grab both approaches prime weapons. We got 2 pieces left to get, just 2 pieces. And for one of those pieces, we need to get hold of the Miso V9 relic. Because it's a rare piece, and that's what we're here for.
The hunter's on.
Oh, that was
The
unfortunate.
synthesis scanner is detecting
I'll just
a potential
grab it
target.
manually.
Use it. Search for traces of the target.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
I find it's more manageable for me to use Titania with just a single speed boost rather than multicasting it. Because this is enough speed already. But it gives me enough time to react to most obstacles. 36 seconds. I mean, that's damn good. I'm happy with 36 seconds. There we are. I mean, it's a dub, but it's not the dub we're looking for. We're looking for just the one V. Mars is the weeb cheese, yellow and annoying. Is that what we're going for as the definition of weeb cheese, yellow and annoying? I'm not sure that is an appropriate definition overall. Does anyone use Titania for her abilities? What's good about her? So her first ability is complete status immunity on herself or anyone she cast it onto. Her 4 is absolute speed and damage overload, which is brilliant as an exalted setup. Her 2 and 3 are a bit more clunky in that regard, but they are usable. The 2 for the tribute, sorry, not tribute, the lantern, yeah. But the 3 for the different buffs, they can be good. It's just there's a lot of effort cycling them. That's what puts me off really using them. The cycling of it, and it's what put people off Grendel free rework. Oh, one of the things. Up. 34. I'll take it. Wrong way, Ken? Yeah. Close enough that I don't... Yeah, the 2 is the cycle, the 3 is the not cycle. Same difference, but you're right. I got it wrong. Well, run again. I hope Titania gets something besides being a thermal thunder bucket. I mean, she's already got more than just being a thermal thunder bucket. So, Mizu, congratulations! Your wish happened in advance. Just saying. Imagine why it's like the enemies need to capture missions. You hear a noise on the other side of the ship. 15 seconds later, your boss has been slurped by a fairy. We doing phrasing? So I'm fairly certain that one qualifies.
Vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
I am detecting a synthesis target.
Besides, we're not using the fairy for the slurping. It's oh, that's just getting worse. That's not, no, bad. Humor has gone wrong direction. Cancel. Let's just coast this mission out. That's too slow. There we are. Any thoughts, predictions for the new upcoming frame? We know what you've said about Jade and what she is capable of in a very broad scope, but otherwise I don't really have predictions to make on it, no. Hello Chaos Nation, it's going well. Trying to get the relic we need. So far not so good, but with fine, we'll just keep on cracking at it. We've got the speed demons to make it happen. We are farming the Miso Velox relic. I think it's V9. Do you think this is still overall faster than Mars Disruption? Yes, it is. So let me bring up the drop tables on that. If I go for Warframe, some drops. So we're running Ukko at the moment, and Ukko has a drop rate of this relic of 6.67%. Whereas on Olympus, we need to get to rotation C, and then it is a little over twice that. A little over twice. So we'd need to run a disruption round in about 2 minutes.
It sounds like there are bad jokes in chat. Smile.
Just a little bit there. I'll have to have a look at that in a moment when I finish speeding my way out of this mission. Hold up a Secarino. It won't be a more than a minute. Boom. Beautiful. Yo! Thank you very much for the £20 tip there. How did it say I came from? Is my bot broken? I see. So someone named themselves the Kengineer for the sake of making the tip. Okay then. Thanks, me. I really appreciate me gifting me a £20 tip whilst I'm mid-mission. That's impressive. Yep. I am my own paid actor now. Hey, and we get a V9 for it. Look at that. Thank you, other me. Me spelt M-I. Other letters as yet not declared, I'm sure. Let's rad share this. What have we got a nice miso Oh, have we got a nice miso fisher? Have we indeed? There is a capture just waiting for us. It was meant to happen right now. Let's do this. But yeah, if you've got good run times and good load times, the capture is absolutely faster. And you get more relics in the process. So by extension, you then farm other things faster too. Whereas going the disruption route, you just cannot do those rounds fast enough. You can't. It's the second best place, but only second.
You are here on a capture mission. You must find.
Alright then,
capture,
off we
and
pop.
extract our target.
I shouldn't be killing them straight away. We need them to be corrupted. There we go. Let's start gathering up all of this juicy reactant, because that is what we need.
Part is done here, Tenno.
And then once we've got it all, we can just peace out of here. Already up to 7. They ain't corrupted. That's 8. Ten. Beautiful. Let's get out of here.
Has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Find that. Around here. Up and down. Around, 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 around. Nope, this way. Straight across the deck here. And nearly a clean one in. 111. Pretty good going. What do you suggest for MR10? For MR10, Foreman. Foreman is absolutely an amazing weapon. I think Foreman Prime is MR12? I'm not sure if it is MR12 or not, but I think it's a little bit higher than MR10. But Foreman itself, MR8, you get it from the market. The blueprint is really easy to have. What is this? Back to the grind. Yeah, Foreman's amazing. Back to the Yucko grind. What would I suggest for MR30? Your best in Canon. Your best in Canon. At least we got 30 traces out of it, so I got a 70 trace refund. No, 30 trace refund, 70 trace cost. Not terrible. Protea against the Toxic Archon. Interesting choice. Speaking of, I haven't actually done that. We'll do that once I'm done with the grind for these. I want the prime weapons. Legendary 4. If you're at Legendary 4 and you don't know what weapon you should be using, frankly, you weren't paying attention. Go have a look at your account and decide what was good. Arkham resets in a few hours. It does indeed. It'll cycle back around to Boreal on Earth.
Happy hunting.
The hunt is on, Tenno. The synthesis scanner is detecting a potential target.
Couldn't care less, Amaris. Couldn't care less. You got 6 traces out of that. Well, at least you still got 250 left. Can we switch back? Thank you. Oh, it's turned into a exterminate. Alright. Pull out all the stops. Activate maximum murderer. This is going to be one of the slower runs. They're uncommon, but they happen. How are you resisting this so much?
No, do not damage it further.
Oh.
Use the synthesis device. No, 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 no!
Oh.
You wasted this specimen. Was I wrong to entrust synthesis to you?
I completely forgot about the synthesis target. I genuinely completely forgot. I said I couldn't care less, as if to prove it. I just thought it was a particularly resistant Xmas for some reason. Whoopsie. Okay, well, that happened. I was told to leave nothing alive. I was listening to Lotus. Like, I mean, she outranks you, Samaris. She outranks you. Whoops. I'm just asking, do you think any weapon can be good with proper modding, or do you think some weapons are just plain bad? Yeah, some weapons are just plain bad. It doesn't come down to just modding. The line for good and great doesn't allow for bad to just vanish away. Thankfully, a lot of the really terrible weapons have now been incarnate, so you can make them good with the incarnate modifier, but that's not just modding. That goes beyond just modding.
Track it with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
Yeah. A lot of the early game weapons, they do just suck comparatively. The stats are just not there on them. And that's intended. You're supposed to level up and get better gear. If you could just mod your way to victory with a early game weapon, then what would be the point of getting anything else, really? Who'd need a different bow if the non-incarnate Paris was enough for everything, at all times ever? If the non-incarnate kunai just slapped, if the non-incarnate later Bratton were it. But there are a number of terrible weapons which don't have incarnate upgrades as well. Yeah. Just modding, it'll get you to the best that a weapon can be. But that is often just not enough. When does Warframe have diminishing returns on power strength? What do you think you mean by diminishing returns? Power strength doesn't have diminishing returns in that regard. The more you invest in power strength, you'll reach a point where you could have been investing in other things. But that comes down to what are you building, how are you building, where are you building for? There isn't just a point where strength is bad. Sometimes all the strength is good. I hope that makes sense. Like, there's not just a line where you stop. Ooh, there we are. Is this Predator Prime guide? No, I already got Predator Prime. I did the Predator Prime build guide just a couple days ago. Check that out, by the way, if you haven't already. Now, this is for her weapons. Been so long since I played, don't know what is good anymore. If you're looking for top tier weaponry, basically incarnate weapons. That's where the biggest power is. There are some bits outside of that which are also very powerful, but incarnates are basically it. For the absolute top of the top of the top of the stuff, it's the incarnates. That's basically it. If you want to be more nuanced than that, then you start exploring out the other weapons out there. But Incarnate is just your simple, that's end goal weaponry. Below that you have the adversary weaponry, so it's your Tenet and Kuva weapons. Below that you then have your variant weaponry, so that's going to be your Primes, your Vandals, that kind of thing. And then you've got basic weaponry at the bottom. Basic weaponry isn't always at the bottom. For example, something like the Cedo is actually really powerful. But a lot of basic weaponry just does not compare to the Primes or variants. And those do not compare to most of the adversary weapons, and those do not compare to most of the incarnates. It's a relatively straight line up through that. Some exceptions exist. Oh yeah, that's pretty smooth flying, I'd say. Yeah, they're British sounding guy. Yeah, fun fact about that. I'm also British living. I don't just sound British, I am British. Weirdly many quest weapons are very high in power level. The new ones, yes. So you've got the Zorus, pretty damn powerful. Nataruk, pretty damn powerful. Whereas earlier ones, like Broken War, Broken Scepter, they don't keep up the same. I mean, Broken War's okay for the level you get it at. Broken Scepter isn't. Broken Scepter's a bit of a joke. Yeah. Just need people to play with now? Well, fun fact on that there. If you don't have anyone to play with, you're looking for more people to play with, !Discord, head on over to our Discord, and you can basically look for a group in the brand new Looking for Group channel to make it even easier than ever to find people to play with, whether for Warframe or for other games. Head on over to that Looking for a Group channel, make a post. And likewise, anyone else looking for a group or would like to join groups when they're looked for, make sure you turn on your notifications for that channel. If you right click it, you can go to notification settings, turn them on, so that when someone is saying, hey, let's do an activity, you know about it straight away. You don't miss out. And you can resuppress them again at any time. Do what works best for you on that one. Previously, there were multiple channels for different kind of categories of farming, or categories of gameplay, but most of those have been removed now from the Discord to kind of bring it into one spot, because otherwise there were two splits up. It was creating clutter, and I don't like clutter. Wrong meso again, we'll have to keep running, that's fine. I just realised the raffle bot has been lying this entire time. It says we're giving 75 platinum to one lucky winner on any platform. Not today, that's 2 lucky winners. I should update that. Let me do that right now. Let's load the mission and then update that. Raffle. 2 lucky winners. There we are. Hey, Andrew, you kind of typed that one wrong, my dude. Or maybe you intended to type that. Did the last winner not claim it? No, it's not the last winner didn't claim it. It's last time, Chop, we had the Protea giveaway, which means there wasn't a platinum giveaway. But there's no point just ignoring that platinum, so I'm doing a double draw today. Why not, eh?
Track it with the synthesis scanner.
You guys here on stream get all of the shiny shinies. You think about those people watching the YouTube videos, not leaving likes, not leaving comments, they just watch and then sod off again. They're not hearing about any of these. But you guys have decided to come on over here, join me live. You get the extra goodies. Oh, yes indeed. Oh, stuck on the doorway, down the bloody stairs. And then around and out this way, there we go. 49. I feel like I'm getting slower. Give you the ads, all of them, immediately. What? Ads run on a schedule on this channel. Twitch runs them when it deigns that it's time to run them. That's how it works. Like, for watching the video, because I'm so confident in you. Oh, you like the video before watching it? Ah, fair do. I appreciate that, thank you. Not being sarcastic. I mean, I'm not going to throw ads at you right now. If ads aren't due, then ads aren't going to be sent. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. Yep.
We received intel that
Alright, off we pop.
operations is here. Find them and capture them.
Obliterate.
I am detecting a
Okay, whatever, you can have them.
Use the synthesis scanner.
I kind of stumbled over them.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
Okie and we're good. 28 seconds. Woo, that's a small map. Never mind, I'm not getting slower. The maps just vary in size a lot. 28 seconds, including loading time to get here. That's quick. Why don't OG players never get locked out of the ship? Because they always have a Loki to unlock any door. What? Meanwhile, you're stuck in a door frame for 10 seconds? Well. You're Wukong. How? Never mind. Still a relic? I mean, we had one, and then it wasn't good enough, so we need to keep going. That's just how it be. It feels like we're running a lot of missions, but it's because they're very short missions. I'm not sure how many of these we have run in this time, but we're running loads of them, so we're piling up the relics.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy
Now, let's not get carried away with silly puns, shall we?
capture them.
Silly, irrelevant puns, I might add. Let's not.
Here, Hunter. I sense it. Track it with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
Excellent work.
There
You'll
we
interrogate
go.
the
Fly
captive
out
back
of
at
here.
base. Your part is done here.
Go under. Bash my head on everything, as is the Titania way. Mission successful, 38. Do I ban for bad puns? If necessary. I've never had to ban someone for bad puns outright. But we do have a rule on the channel in Twitch chat against bad jokes, because they do otherwise get excessive if not controlled. One person does it, another one follows suit, another one follows suit. Next thing you know, chat is nothing but 100 people trying to be the funniest person, and the jokes do not get funnier. And it ends up taking away from reading messages that are actually trying to be a part of the stream, rather than just seeking their 5 seconds of fame. So yeah, that's why it's a rule. Fair enough, that is what happens? Yeah. The rules that are on this channel are rules born from experience. You'll also notice that the rules are for the Twitch chat, not for the streamer.
We received intel that somebody vital to
If I
enemy
start making puns,
operations is
there's
here.
one of me.
Find them and capture them.
You can't just have too many puns
There's a
from me.
sanctuary target here, Hunter.
There's just one.
I sense it.
That's the target.
Track it with the synthesis
Ah,
scanner.
there they are.
Don't let it escape.
They got him.
Mission complete. The captive
Let's go.
has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
I accidentally double cast. I'm going too fast. I can barely contain this, and I've got the absolute worst tiles to navigate. Give me more straight lines. Actually, I can't manage the straight lines. There we are. Ugh. Terrible, terrible piloting, that one. Hey, Sil, how you doing? People trying to be funny, but streamers obligated to be the funniest person. Pretty much. Very true. Delete the dads and dad. Whoa, whoa, whoa! We don't delete dads. What? Delete dads? Oh, some people have a problem with their parents, but we don't just delete dads in general. Well, have you know, my dad's a very nice guy. Ah, fair do, Sil. Fair do. Well, you rest up. You'll find that the stream does not indeed need much in the way of moderating right now, so you can rest up. We're good.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense it. Track it with the
Queen saying we
synthesis
have
scanner.
no kids
Don't
without
let it
dads, and that's
escape.
not a joke. I feel like it's not a good idea to measure someone's value based on their ability to procreate, you know? I feel there's been very lengthy... Oh, that's... Very lengthy conversations about not
It is. Right for synthesis.
measuring
Tame this creature so you may perform the synthesis
people in
I
such ways.
require.
Yeah.
What have you done? Synthesis only works on the living. Can you control your murderous impulses for the good of sanctuary?
Also, I love that it spawned a whole bunch of enemies behind a locked door. I cannot be bothered to deal with, so I'm just going to keep killing the one spawned instead.
Excellent work, Tenno. This will
Yo!
help our cause.
Dad jokes are bad jokes, smile.
Dad jokes are bad jokes. Okay, fair enough then. Thank you very much on that there. Was that another dare I say, tip from myself. It was indeed. Thank you, me, for a further £10 today. Am I really going to have to put my own name on the tip leaderboard? That's going to look really silly. That is going to look particularly silly. You realise this? I'm going to just have to anonymise that one. Yes, if I was running solo, I would abandon the mission when it becomes an exterminate like this. But because we're running in a group of 4, abandoning like that just ends up causing more problems than it's worth.
The enemy is broken.
You know what this game is like when it comes to managing squads. It's worth just playing it out. Still not the right one. Off we pop. Post this. No drops on the channel today. There is the raffle. You might want to join in on that. Oh, we have lost Girly there. Were you intending to drop out? Dream Girly? Were you intending on that one? Because you didn't say. No. Alright, let's bring you back in. Sometimes it do that. All the more reason to have not randomly abandoned the mission there. Wonder how Velox will do as an Encumber Prime. I'll let you know once I actually own the weapon. I'll let you know. Here we go on another run.
Find, capture, and extract our target.
This bloody room, I hate it. As Titania, it's not a fun room. Oops, I overshot. Whatever. Direction, please. This way. Let's go.
The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Another one of these rooms, really? I can't sprint through these ones easily. They got those random ridges on all the pillars that catch you. Literal fly catchers. There we are. 46, I'll tell you that. You look on this game is trash? Well, squad up with someone who's luckier and hope it averages out. Again. Beginning to get a little grating not getting this relic. I know that the drop is rather unlikely. It's what, about a... is it like 1 in 13 chance? 140? I think it's about 1 in 14 chance, near enough. So it's not great odds. Is it 1 in 18? God damn, alright. Let me just add back to that. Okay. 6.67. Oh, yikes. There's 1 in 15. 1 in 15 on that. Imagine when they come with Warframe ribbons, they won't. That would be terrible. Genuinely just terrible. Disruption might be superior? Nope, it wouldn't be, Zambade. Disruption takes long for the rounds. Even with the high drop rates, it would take long per round. Compared to this. So we just end up spending more time for far fewer results, because we also wouldn't be getting as many of the other relics. Which will come in handy at times. Yeah, just not the right pick.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
Fly our way out again. $36. You always farm disruption because less vomiting? Yeah, that's absolutely fine. From a matter of preference. My preference here is to farm it as quickly as possible, and that's why we're running a group of people together, so that we all get the relic at the same time, and we're all running fast frames with fast load times on the fast mission. This is objectively the fastest way we can get it. And yeah, on the bright side, we're getting a bunch of other relics, which are of value too. Yeah, we're doing the Velox one at the moment still. Because it's the Velox rare Miso piece I need, and then it is the Okina common Axie piece. Common Axie managed to evade me. But yeah, we'll get there.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter.
You have so much IR from Ukko, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I think I'm getting close to 300 IR. I'm holding out.
Mission complete. The
Holding
captain is escorted
for
to the
Ember.
extraction point. Well done.
D keep on keeping it away from us, so we'll keep on waiting. Ember will end up in Prime Resurgence again. And when she does, I'm getting every single glaive relic I can. I will go absolutely wild on that item. Oh, you got a few thousand? Oh, well, fair enough then. Yeah, I don't play that much when it comes to relic farming. I don't have that much desire for it. I would never open that many. And never coming to Prime Resurgence, D simply won't allow it. I mean, I don't believe you, but honestly, there's a lot of evidence in its favour, isn't there? It has been a long time since Ember and Glaive have been in Prime Resurgence. Far too long, quite frankly. Other frames should not be coming back without us getting the Emborn back. I don't understand the justification for it. Or at least no good one. The only justification I can think of will be along the lines of basically if someone has a vested interest in the state of the economy. So say if Glaive Prime is such an issue for DE having circulation again, they need to address the power of the weapon. I don't know if it is power of the weapon. Maybe run Volt once, I want to watch the world burn. If you want to run Volt, that's fine. If you're doing it to be malicious, don't. But if you're doing it because you think it'll be beneficial, do so. Humans failed 7 times in a row on a common in-share. That's particularly unlucky.
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target.
That is absurdly unlucky. Okay, whilst you do that, 1 minus 0.2533, 2 to the power of 728.
The captive has been escorted to the
That's a 1 in 3,563 chance right there. That is absurdly unlucky. Boop. 38. Even with the mouth. Yeah, so I don't think it is that. I don't know what the reason is that Ember and Glaive haven't been in Prime Resurgence, but I don't think it's D is scared of the weapon or frame. I don't know what the issue is, but I don't think it's that. I just wish I did know what the reason was. I have reached out to D multiple times for comment on the matter, and they've not answered. I get what you were suggesting as well, Just James, but we don't have any real evidence on any of it. So, we don't know. We don't know the reasoning, because D have not announced it. All we can do is speculate, and unfortunately, the internet, as known for its lack of nuance, doesn't speculate very well. So I'm not going to. And I'm not going to welcome such spec. It's just odd. Odd and wrong.
Find them and capture them.
Cano, I am detecting a synthesis target. Use the synthesis
Real talk, D probably forgot.
to track the creature.
Highly doubt that.
Mission
The people at
complete.
DE are not
Captive has
idiots.
been escorted to the
I
extraction
highly
point.
doubt that they
Well done.
forgot an entire Prime frame has been out for that long, when people make it a point very, very frequently. Very frequently. Oop. 40 seconds, I'll take. Yeah, D definitely do have adhered to the community. I mean, come on, look how quickly they reacted to Green Banshee. If you want to say that the same company that reacted to Green Banshee in the way they did also is unaware as to the desire to have Ember Prime research, yeah, nah. That's just inventing your own narrative at that point. You're not sharing the same world we're all in. And before it's a Twitch drop for 19.99, be a bit odd. Possible, but odd. If they did it as a Twitch drop though, then it would be just Ember, because they didn't do the weapons when they've done other Prime giveaways like that. You want Necros Prime to come back? More costly than Ember at this point? Yeah, it's kind of weird that Necros does cost so much. It's kind of weird. Considering that Ember and Glaive have been out that much longer, but I suppose it is what it is. What is Green Banshee? A Reddit meme. Some dude posted onto Reddit that he had a dream that he got some super rare item from a relic, but it turned out to just be a Green Banshee. And then memes scaled on memes on it all throughout Reddit, and in just a couple days D picked up on it as well during a dev stream. They were going to show, I think it was Protea Prime, but when they first switched to the screen with Warframe on it, the dev account was in a Green Banshee. Literally just a Banshee that was green. So yeah, it's just some silly memeage. And D caught onto it very quickly. Just ran with it. It's one of those things that leaves the original person going, why is this the thing you find funny? But it is. Yeah. D do make some odd choices when it comes to what they choose to bring back or not. They really do make odd choices there. Choices that I don't understand, because I don't have access to the data behind those choices. That's going to say, my favourite is when creators choose a Green Banshee without mentioning it at all. I mean, Green Banshee is in a large number of my videos. Fun fact.
Extract our target.
It's not in the most recent ones, but I have had Green Banshee in videos for years. It's in the intro sequence. Dom, you say drop, the bot listens to drop.
To the extraction point. Well done.
That's just how it be. I got tired of people just blindly asking, when's the drops, where's the drops, drops, when there was absolutely nothing to do with drops. So, because Twitch kept lying to people, the bot is there to remind them that Twitch lies. You just gotta deal with it. You find it funny? Well, don't fight something funny then. No. Be nice to the bot. The bot does a lot of good work here. Like giving people a chance to win, 2 chances to win, in fact, this particular raffle, 2 chances to win 75 platinum. So exclamation mark ticket, anyone here who hasn't already got a ticket for exactly that. I'm gonna switch up the music. I've had enough of this in my ears right now. I'm gonna switch to ambient. There we are. And away we go.
You must find, capture, and extract our target.
10-0.
This
I've
bloody
detected a
room.
synthesis
Why?
Use the synthesis scanner to track the creature.
What is a drop? Really? No.
Excellent work.
Just
We'll
no.
interrogate the
Don't be
captive
like that.
back at base.
Don't be that
Your part
person.
is done here, Tenno.
There we are. We're ringing Hepit for Proto Relics. This is Ukko for the Miso Relic we're trying to get for the Velox. Ticket command is hilarious. It's surprising the number of times people have typed ticket instead of ticket. It's kind of surprising. And that's why it's there. Queen, we're not going to go back to EDM, so I'm going to refund you the points on that. And again, can make the Velox OP. We'll see what we can make of it when I build it. What do I think they should rework about Oberon? I did a video on one small change to every single Warframe. Well, 2 videos. It's 2 parts to cover all of them. There's a lot of Warframes, believe it or not. So if you want to see my suggestions for small changes, that would be the video to check out. I don't usually go into whole, oh, you should do this, should do that, should do this. Because then we're spending time talking about a game that doesn't exist rather than enjoying the game that does.
Let it escape.
So I don't have an action plan for
We'll interrogate
Oberon, as
the
it were.
captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
We'll buff my speed again. I need to be more careful about that. Double buffed, it's really hard to sprint properly. Still fast, just hard. You saw someone do level cap with Oberon? Yeah, fair do. You can do level cap with anything if you try hard enough in terms of frames. You can level cap anything, any frame. Yes, Caliban is a Warframe, congrats. As I was saying, I know we don't know deeds, but considering that electric might lose its ferret penalty in our armor cap, I don't see how electric, especially if influence doesn't pop off. If you're referring to upcoming changes to damage type vulnerabilities and strengths, we're just going to have to see what D do on that.
And bring them to the extraction
button.
point. Happy hunting.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Tenno. The synthesis scanner is detecting a potential target. Use it. Search for traces of the target.
Still,
Excellent work.
that's
We'll
appropriate.
interrogate the
I agree.
captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
They know the rules. Boop. You thought you were about to be admonished? No, I can see what they wrote. I can see what they wrote, so no. 3 of them? No. 10-minute timeout for being too silly. It's only 10 minutes. They can still enjoy the stream. They'll still accrue their channel points. They will still enjoy all the benefits, and we'll have the benefits of not dealing with that silliness. What games do I like aside from Warframe? Regular ones I play, things like most recently Minecraft, Apex Legends, a little bit of MTG here or there. I enjoy a bit of a mix of things, but not a huge library of games. I've never been the kind of person to collect games, but instead I'll just have a selection and play those a lot. So if you're looking for what variety I'll play, that's where you should tune into the Friday streams. Because every Friday I do a not Warframe.
We'll interrogate the captive back at
Except when
base.
it's a dev stream. Then we do that, and then not Warframe. Wednesdays and Sundays are Warframe days, Fridays are non-Warframe days. Come on. Manage. How the hell? I got stuck on the floor. That's a new one for me. Yeah, Pro Tour went on Wednesday. I genuinely cannot remember. Have I heard about Asus voiding warranty on something repairs because of a nicked casing? I've heard absolutely nothing about that. I am not involved in Asus news. I also don't even know which country you're referring to, because warranty rules are different depending on the country. You've been playing Star Citizen lately? That's a game I have zero interest in. Kind of sad, really. There's been a number of space sci-fi games that just somehow managed to make space boring or bad. Not a good bad, just bad. Starfield really screwed the pooch on it.
The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Screw you.
Tenno, do not damage it further. Use the synthesis device. No! You've wasted this specimen. Was I wrong to entrust synthesis to you?
You didn't entrust it to me at all, Simaris, and you shall suffer. Anyway, continuing to farm. You like the snipers in Apex? You've got a double kill with the charge rifle? Nice. Starfield is what ChatGPT would make if you asked it to make a space game. I don't know about that. I imagine ChatGPT would try and pick on what's popular. And it turns out that barren wastelands of the exact same, not even proc-gen structure, just structure, placed in places. Yeah, no, that doesn't, no. If you kill a synthesis target with Noctua, does that scan it? I don't think we're scanning them in so much as actually capturing them for synthesis. It's slightly different. Hence why you scan them 4 times.
You are here on a capture mission.
Yeah.
You must find, capture, and extract our target.
I've seen enough gameplay of Star Citizen to decide aim for me. Much like a lot of people in general watch creators to see, what do they make of the game? How does the game play for them? Will this be a suitable thing for me? Yeah, I've watched enough of it to go, nope. Nice try, not interested. That plus everything around Star Citizen's development. Yeah, no. No touchy thanky thanks. That is absolutely not going in my repertoire. Into games like Ghost of Tsushima? I've never played that game. I have no idea what genre it is to even comment on that, sorry. What's the most popular game console? Mobile phones? Yeah. If you go by number of users, that's probably correct. If you go by amount of money spent, also probably correct. In fact, by pretty much every definition of popular, probably correct. Why does the energy from void orbs sometimes not work? It could be that someone else has already bumped into it. If someone else is already connected with that orb, then it's done its burst. So if you then connect with it later, and someone else already tapped it, it ain't there to grab, is my understanding. Don't worry about it. It's just what it is. Yeah. When it comes to mobile gaming, my issue is the same as pretty much everyone else's issue on it. That too much of the game space is about the money it can make, rather than about making actual engaging gameplay.
I sense track it with the synthesis scanner.
To give you an example, I was actually offered a sponsorship of Monopoly Go. I had a look as to what Monopoly Go actually entailed and went, no, thank you, goodbye. It's not often you'll hear me explicitly call out a sponsor I've declined, but that is one of them. That is one of them. For those of you who've never heard of it, let me tell you this. You're not there for Monopoly. I tried to figure out what they were actually playing. It wasn't Monopoly. I would liken it more to some kind of slots, is how it came across. Not great. And that is a lot of mobile apps. Just make things randomized and charge money for it. So saying Monopoly Go is one of the few things keeping Hasbro afloat, according to financial reports at the end of the last year. Yeah, kind of crazy. Kind of ridiculous. Basically, it's just gambling. And eventually, I was about to say go to wake up to it and realise that needs licensing properly, but I don't have much hope of that right now, to be quite honest with you.
Mission complete. The captive has
Turns out there's a lot of money in gambling.
point. Well done.
Who knew? I think it's frankly just disgustingly predatory. It's part of the reason I won't spend a single cent on any MTG packs or whatnot, Magic the Gathering, or any other trading card game packs. If the contents inside are random, I ain't touching it. Absolutely not. Thinly veiled gambling and pay-to-win boosts are frankly an anathema to gaming. Video gaming. I know that the old school definition of gaming was gambling. We're not using old school definitions. Gambling and paid boosts are anathema. Paid victories, I should say. That refers to things like, oh no, are you struggling on this level? Here, why don't you just spend $5 to get this consumable power-up to allow you to beat the level? Oh, now this next level's even harder to do without paying money. You can keep paying. Ugh. Sickening. Actually sickening. And the problem is that people are buying into it. Quite frankly, if you ask someone, genuinely, is it worth spending $500, and that's a low figure, $500
You are here to find our target
on all these boosts to just continue through the levels versus buying a game where you can just play the goddamn game,
Use the synthesis scanner to
unless they're utterly deluding themselves, they'll say no, it's not worth it. But there are those that do it, and
Mission
it's
complete.
ridiculous.
The captive has been escorted to the extraction point.
I won't be part of it. I will speak strongly against it at any reasonable opportunity to do so. That's just, at that point, you're just paying to have shit and not paying for an experience. Basically, yeah. You end up paying to remove the obstacle put in front of you. Paying for cheats. Yeah, they set the game rules and then give you hacks. Is what it functionally comes down to. It was the difference at that point. Because if it's not just giving you the settings to play the game as you wish to play it, it is, oh, just this time, let you through, let you through. What? But the gambling ones are absolutely the worst ones. Hey! Buy these... First, buy this currency. Now use this currency to get this gem. Now use this gem to get this hero. Or whatever it's going to be. Let's roll it up. Big flashy animation. You got a thing. Oh, have you already got this thing? Well, that's fine, because you can take this thing and 40 others of this thing that you have, and you can squish them all together and make them into a slightly better thing. What? It might not be the slightly better thing you were looking for, but if you want even better odds, you can get another of these gems and then get this other currency for these other gems and fuse that together, and then what? It's just gambling. It is just gambling. Paid gambling. It's ludicrous. Oh, but you get something every time, so it's not actually gambling because you're always a winner. Fuck off. Anyone who ever came out with that definition, that it's not gambling if you get something every time, fuck off.
You are here to find our target.
That needs proper British pronunciation of fuck off at that point. Absolutely
I'm
not.
detecting a synthesis target. Use the synthesis scanner to track the creature.
Imagine if you went to a shop and instead of being able to pick the mobile phone you were going to buy, imagine if instead you went to the shop and you just purchased a mobile phone pack. You want a mobile phone? Cool. You get the mobile phone pack. Now, the mobile phone pack will always include a mobile phone. Every single time. So you're always getting a mobile phone. It's not gambling. But are you going to get the phone you want? Maybe not. But hey, here's the good thing. If you don't get the phone you want, you can trade in the phone you get to try more times. Just, you know, after 10 phone packs, you're guaranteed to get a late gen phone. It, again, might not be the phone you're looking for, but you're guaranteed to get a late gen one within 10 packs. Why do people accept this?
You have broken their ranks and they are on
Why?
another successful mission.
And I know that might seem ironic to say as I'm grinding out void relics.
Do not damage it further.
I'm having fun playing the goddamn game here without paying for the multiple tries.
Can you control your murderous impulses for the good of Sanctuary?
Robert's World said that would be almost okay if you couldn't get duplicates. How would that be okay? How would that be okay? That you go to buy a phone, and even without getting duplicates, you just be handed phone after phone after phone of just not suitable phones. That's not even close to almost okay. That is so far from okay. Well, the purchase can hand you something absolutely not fit for purpose, but it could theoretically be fit for a purpose similar to what you're trying to achieve, so it's okay. No, it's not. No, absolutely not. Not in any way, shape, or form. In these games, which we're making the analogy of, I'm going to pause the arsehole here for a moment. I'm going full rant on this one. In the games we're making the analogy of, where we're talking these ones with a 4 or 5 star hero, and you're hoping to get a hero of a certain type, certain class, they could do a certain thing. Well, if you just don't get that, you get something low class or the wrong type, then you just got nothing. You got something that doesn't do what you were trying to buy something to do. That's not good. That's not almost good. That's not remotely close to good. It is wrapped up in a gambling wrapper of telling you, well, you might not get what you're looking for. Oh, but it's not gambling. It's not gambling, because you'll get something. But you might not get what you're looking for, and you just have to be okay with that. Fuck off, be okay with that. Absolutely fuck off being okay with that. No. It's ridiculous. I just absolutely cannot justify it. And the only justification given is gamba. The real justification is money. The sense of you being manipulated to someone else's advantage makes you just go no.
Somebody vital
Damn
to
right,
enemy
because it's not just a sense, it's a
find
fact.
them and capture them.
They dress them all up in shiny, shiny animations. They will obfuscate the currencies. Because you'll have to pay to buy the currency into their system, which will often also have some ridiculous conversion rates.
To the extraction point.
Say like,
Well
a gem pack will cost 150 currency, but you can only buy currency in packs of 100. So now you'll have 50 spare, which you might as well find some way to use at some point, otherwise it's just wasted. And then on top of that, you've got the obfuscation as to just how much that currency is really worth, because how much did you spend on what piece of it? You shouldn't have to do multiple amounts of math to figure out how much you're spending, to then get the secondary item, which you then use to try and unlock this thing, which is all big flowery animation, by which point you've hopefully forgotten just how much you gambled away. It is layer after layer after layer of obfuscation, of hiding the reality of what's actually transpiring there. It is ludicrous that it is allowed. Absolutely ludicrous. And I say that from a country which has some of the most lax gambling laws in the world. I'm not exactly raised in a puritanical society. I could easily just go walk down to the shops on my way to pick up a loaf of bread and whatnot. Oh, you know what? I think I'll just swing by into one of 5 bookkeepers, or maybe even go into a local casino. Why not? Or a beautiful town that my family and I would visit plenty of times, multiple times a year when we had the opportunity to do so. In that one small town, there were, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 different arcades I can think of, i.e. gambling locations, dedicated gambling locations, included marketing to children. Like, we're a very lax country on the gambling, and I still take a very firm point against these whole loot boxes. It's ludicrous. Because they're not regulated as gambling. There are no proper controls in place. It's all just, oh, but you're a winner every time, so spend 3,000. Get fecked. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If a game called Loot Boxes, Gambling Boxes instead, would that get regulated? It's not about the name of them, it's about how they're implemented and how that falls under the law. If just naming something different means that the law didn't apply to you, that's not quite how it works for actual business systems. It's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. Let's keep going. So yeah, mobile is the most popular gaming platform. It is the most profitable gaming platform. It is the most exploited gaming platform. And the majority of games that are so profitable on there are just dressed up Skinner boxes with enough of a semblance of a game to hide the box.
And extract our target.
That Vegas wishes it could have such a universal grasp as mobile gaming has become.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive.
And it is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. That's my take on it. And that is about as political as I'm going to get on this channel. That is... I recognise a very political stance. I'd love to see some rationalisation as to why it's wrong. Why I'm wrong, that is. I doubt we're going to have any rationalisation of that. In most countries, gambling is restricted to 18 plus age and often requires showing ID. Yeah. But it's okay if you get something every time, right? Pain. And if anything, it's just proof that quote-unquote voting with your wallet doesn't work. It doesn't. voting with your wallet doesn't work.
You are here
Because that
on
only goes so
capture
far as those who
mission.
can
Find,
see
capture,
through
and
the
extract
problems
our target.
so incurred.
The hunt is on, Tenno. The
If you
synthesis
could
scanner
just
is
vote with your
detecting a
wallet,
potential target.
then the item itself
Search
isn't
for
actually a
traces of the
problem.
target.
If people could just vote with their wallet to get
Excellent
the
work.
best gaming
We'll interrogate the
experience,
captive back at base.
then
Your
this whole
part is
discussion
done here,
around
Tenno.
gacha, gambling, mobile shit wouldn't exist. Because people wouldn't spend thousands on absolute BS, they would spend it on great games. And those great games would get that thousands, rather than the much smaller, fairer rates they charge. But instead, it is predatory, manipulative BS. Have I just missed us getting the right relic? I feel like it's just not popping up after that one we got. Slasher saying it's not gambling if you can't turn it back into real money. Oh, that's another claim that likes to get made as well, isn't it? Oh, you don't actually own anything in the game. It's all licenses. You don't own it. You can't sell it, not by any legitimate means. We don't endorse black markets, so you don't actually have anything of any value. Therefore, you're spending on the experience, so it's not gambling. Blech. Disgusting. Just disgusting. Yep, still not got that one. Alrighty. We are really getting unlucky. That's fine, we just keep going. If Ken did one disruption round, the relic would drop and it would contain the pistol part. Yeah, we're not going to do the campaign. Have I considered how fun it is to gamble? Sarcasm? Well, the answer is yes. Yes, I have. I gamble responsibly.
We received
I will
intel that
sometimes
somebody vital to enemy
visit the
operations
arcade
is
and
here.
use
Find
the
them and capture them.
so-called 2p machines.
Tenno, I am detecting a synthesis.
I will sometimes purchase
Use
a
the
lottery
synthesis
ticket
scanner to
for a
track
chance
the
to win
creature.
something there. Hell, technically, some of my savings are a gamble because they are in premium bonds. Some of my savings are. Those don't have a fixed interest rate, they are randomly drawn. 2 days left to redeem my Nightwave rewards? Thanks for the reminder. I'm fine. But this isn't about those who do successfully gamble responsibly. It is about the hyper-focus of so many games, especially on the mobile platform, on thinly veiled gambling practices, which are not labelled as nor regulated as gambling. Where there is no alternative to the interaction to just directly purchase what is available. That the only justification for it to be randomized in the first place is money. Sasha saying, never gamble on anything unless you find losing said money. I mean, sure, that would be fine, except, again, the prior point of these games saying, oh, well, you don't actually own anything, it's all just licenses to access, it has no value. So technically, if you want to consider it gambling, you've lost every single time. So anyone who purchases it knows they're going to lose, so it's fine, right? Yeah. Gotta give the mobile games companies all your money so you have a chance at a pretty anime girl character. Why is it always anime girls? Why? I know the answer. I don't. That's rhetorical. Not an actual question.
We're here to find our
God damn
target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
Bloody thirsty nerds
I am detecting a synthesis.
generating their weeb cheese.
Use the synthesis scanner to track the creature.
And my girl gets you every time. It really
Excellent
doesn't.
work. We'll interrogate
You'll
the
find some of
captive
us have a
back at
different
base. Your
disposition,
part
as
is
it
done
were.
here, 10-0. Tenno.
Really don't work that way. There we go. Now subtitles for pretty anime boys. Very well, if we say if everyone was a responsible gambler, we wouldn't have issues with gambling. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Regulations were introduced to prevent sawdust being baked into loaves of bread to reduce the cost. Regulations were introduced to remove the lead from fuel because of the health issues both of those things were having. Regulations were introduced such that advertisers cannot lie about their product. Regulations were introduced in all kinds of different ways. Why not this one? Question, would it be okay if the gacha games were upfront about the gambling? Like they tell you that you are spending money for experience only and that we do this because we like money. Nope. Not okay with it. Not okay with it. Because they already do that. Is Titania really small? Titania has an ability which shrinks her down to an extremely small size, whilst also increasing her speed, giving her flight, and giving her access to unique weaponry.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy
So here's the thing, is that
operations here.
due to regulations in some countries, you'll find that the majority of these gacha gamba games, they will publish the rates of what you can get. It's already known. And yet, despite those rates, people still buy into it, hoping to get what they want, even though it's absurdly rare. Either not realizing or refusing to acknowledge the sheer amount of cost involved, the amount they are paying for the chance to get what they want. The cost is absurd compared to the value of basically any just ordinary sold game. And the only reason that cost is affordable to them, is acceptable to them, is because it is presented in a manipulative gambling way. It is. It is preying on gambling addiction. And because they are not having any regulations on it, there are no checks and balances put in place to ensure that that is not being exploited. So it just saying, hey, by the way, this is a gambling experience, so make sure you're just buying for the experience. Sure, if that was enough, expand Vegas across the entirety of the world. Just put a sign outside. By the way, gambling happens here. It's not enough. It's really not enough.
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target.
Tenno, I am detecting a
Really don't care, Samaras. Really don't care.
Use the synthesis scanner to track the
We've got that, that's fine. So outside we are cheating you.
Mission complete.
You could
The
genuinely
captive
put
is
that
escorted
sign
to
and it
extraction
still
point.
wouldn't be enough
Well
because
done.
it's an addiction. Addiction beats rational thought. That's kind of the point. If everyone were rational actors, then sure, we could design things based on rational actors, and guess what? The games then just wouldn't exist in the form they do anyway. I spend as much money as I want to on these gacha games, and that money is zero. But we're not dealing with rational actors. We are dealing with those who have been compromised and manipulated. Anyway, just the mechanic of gambling in general is not great, even when money is involved. Just said it's psychological addiction, or fun mechanics illicit experience. Yeah. It does border onto that. Warframe touches onto that with its unmitigated RNG through various areas, but we can mitigate that through trading. Where trading is not an option, there will be, in many cases, bad luck prevention put in place. Like, for example, was put in place with the Lich and Sister weapons. And where D has not put in something, so it's still untradeable, and there's no bad luck mitigation, you'll find I tend to say, this isn't a good system. Yeah. I find I'm pretty consistent on that. Current run. Yeah, we're running this here over and over and over. We're trying for something which is randomly assigned. The reason it's randomly assigned is because there are multiple items that can be obtained from this, and D doesn't want you to be able to just pick and choose to increase the amount you engage with the game. We understand that process up front. We also could open up the items we are getting, trade those with other people, and actively get the item quicker that way. We also are not actively paying into this, we are paying solely with our time to make this happen. Solely with our time. That is the only thing we are gambling on that. Now if that becomes a problem for someone, that is a video game addiction. And guess what? Gaming addiction is another addiction, that is a problem too. If you suffer from an addiction, that's a problem. It turns out that the messaging here isn't in any way contradictory. Addiction be bad. Yeah. Oops, I have a question. If your secondaries are limited like Grimoire, do secondary ammo pickups still drop to fuel vigilante supplies? Yes. Secondary ammo packs will still drop from enemies even if you don't have a secondary equipped. They will still be there. Absolutely. Someone's saying people are pretty bad at probabilities, so even when chances stated out, they'll still buy into it, think they can beat the chances. Yep. You could tell someone something has a 50% chance. This is the simplest chance to understand outside of 100. The simplest chance to understand. 50% chance. And with that chance, it is terrifying, actually. The number of people that not only will believe that in 2 attempts you're going to get it, wrong, but will believe that at that 50% chance that in 1 attempt they're going to get it. It's 50%, like that's basically guaranteed, right? No! No! She also say 50% chance theoretically takes up to 31 times to get the other outcome. No. That's incorrect as well. If something is a 50% chance independent each time you try, mutually independent, then theoretically infinite attempts are could be required to get that pass. Theoretically infinite. Because with each and every single one, you can just not get it. The chance of that happening shrinks down, absolutely. But there is no point at which it stops, and worse, after any given series of runs, you could have gone unlucky 100 times in a row on that 50% chance, and the chance of you getting it on the 101st is still 50%. It doesn't change. Also, hey, look at that, V9. Right. Fisher. What do we got? Miso Interception, Miso Defense. Wow, those both suck. What about over here? Miso Spy. Wow. I hate all of this. We'll do the Spy one. Grab your best Spy frames. Hydrate. Cheers. More is saying, the way I see it is that gambling is entertainment, so if you want to spend money on a game you like, it is perfectly fine as long as you can afford it. Yeah, no, unfortunately that's the problem, because there is no regulation being put in place, no protections, no safeguards for the people who clearly do not have the sense of mind to appropriately afford it. Worse still is that it gears game development financially towards investing in better ways to extract people from that gambling, rather than just creating the experience. When a game developer has a choice between trying to sell a game to all of its users for, say, $5, or they can put it out there for free, but if you actually want to do anything in the game, you start gamble, then they'll get a core user base that just absolutely floods them with money, well above the actual value of the product, because those people just want to keep gambling. It's fishing for whales, as Solomon puts it. Absolutely. It's fishing for whales. It is exploiting those who do not have a reasonable value assessment, quite frankly. I'm going to bring Lavos. I said Spy Frames, so Lavos is fine. Are we talking about Warframe? Is this game gambling addressing other games? Other games. Warframe doesn't really suffer from these kinds of issues. It has elements of it, but nothing compared to the real problems out there. How are we splitting A, B, and C? I'll take A. Yeah. We'll just split. We'll figure out who goes first in which direction. If someone is ahead of you, give up and go a different direction. Simple as that. But don't split up straight away. When it comes to spy fishers, you stick together first, get the reactant, then split. On another note, why do I own 2 Euralies? That's a question for after this mission. Remind me.
Your weapons
Alright, so stick together at first. We want to get the reactant. Once we've got it, we then swan off into the distance. Because if you split up, there are going to be people struggling to get the reactant. Grab all the corrupted that are here. There's one reactant. Hey, what? Right, just apply toxin. But the lion's share of the profit is probably whales, even if Warframe is particularly predatory. Warframe will have a lot of people, I wouldn't consider whales, but certainly they will have a lot of people financing it versus a lot of free-to-play players. The thing is that Warframe doesn't really have something to whale on so much as spend on cosmetics. It's not in a gambling sense. Now, if that's someone who values those cosmetics so highly, fine, but they get what they pay for. It is a direct transaction. Relic cracked. Excellent.
That's it.
Let's split.
You opened the relic. Finish your mission and
If someone is selling something for £10,000, they're selling a cosmetic for £10,000, I would consider that absolutely ludicrous, and anyone who purchases it, this basic-ass cosmetic in a game, I don't care how flashy it is, it's £10,000 for a cosmetic, what the hell are you doing? But if you have the money to spend, you understand the item that is being sold, you want that thing for those £10,000, fine. You go ahead and you live your best life. Absolutely. Stop shooting me. But when it's Gamba, they disguise the cost. They disguise just what someone is sacrificing to get to where they are. And that is not okay with me. That's the issue. The guy paid, was it 10k for cosmetic and online card game? They shut down a few months ago. I mean, that just further adds to why, you know, ridiculously overpriced cosmetics are stupid, because the games are ephemeral. But everything's ephemeral. Everything can go away. And one needs to be aware of that when making the purchases. Again, that just adds to why £10,000 for a cosmetic is ridiculous. Ultimately, when it comes to cosmetics, when it comes to someone's work, you are not entitled to it. We are not entitled to any of the skins in Warframe. We don't get to have them just because they exist. That's not how the world works. Oh, come on! Surely we're entitled to this point now, but anyway. We're well into unlucky territory at this point. And we ain't gonna go do more runs on that today. I'm gonna likely buy the pieces between streams.
It is done, Tenno.
But, yeah. With Warframe, when it comes to all the cosmetics, when it comes to the Prime Access, you know exactly what you're getting. You make one purchase, you get the items. Done. And that, I'm perfectly fine with. There is no predatory element to that. If you look at those packages, those specific items of exactly what you'll get, and somehow struggle with that, you have a either gaming or retail addiction. That is a separate issue. But mind about 2 Euralies and lab bosses? Yeah, one sec on that. But when it comes to anything which is a loot box element, an RNG element, where you spend real money through whatever filters. They love putting in these filters of, oh, well, you're not buying the pack, you're buying the currency, and the currency buys the gem, and the gem creates a pack at a gateway which gives you the thing. Don't bullshit me. It's a direct purchase. There are hoops, it's a direct purchase. When the money is being spent to get a random item where you are given mitigated odds, even odds of getting what you want and odds of not getting something you want with no alternative, even with an alternative, quite frankly, there is no point for the gamma to be there. There is just no point for it other than to make money. It is just to exploit people for money. Tell me right now, honestly, could those gacha games, not thinking about running out of money for the studios, could they, on an ethical level, just sell all of the, be it heroes, or items, or cards, whatever it is they're selling in these random packs? Could they just have a shop where you go and buy the item? You go, you know what? I would like to upgrade my account with a full min. Oh, let's just go and buy that. Boom. And so the only reason then for not doing that is to exploit people. That's it. That's the entire reason. They're fine with that item being in the game. They are fine with any number of people owning it. That's not the balance issue. No, Miralabe, I do not need a Foreman. Miralabe, no. The companies are fine with that. But money. And there is the very clear problem. It is exploitative. Because there is a better way to do it and a worse way to do it, and they solely do the worse way and dress it up 5 ways to Sunday. Right, Lavos and Eureles. I have a Lavos here, which is my main go-to Lavos. It is very highly formed, and part of that very highly formering is that it has a triple Umbral Former setup. But separate to that, in my recent Lavos guide, because we're getting relatively close to the supposed release of Lavos Prime, there are people that don't want to spend their Umbral Formers. And so, the second Lavos, the second Lavos was specifically made to show off builds without Umbral Formers. That's it. Because I know that when people go to action and they go to polarization, they're not me. They don't see 20 Umbral Formers waiting for them. And because of that, I made a different one for the view there. Scamaniac saying Miralabe's finger is hovering over the button. Miralabe then gifts a sub to Scamaniac. Yeah, sure. That was definitely the button intended. Miralabe, thank you very much for the gifted sub there to Scamaniac. Really do appreciate that. God's sake. Now, Eurale is similar. You see, this Eurale is appropriately formed and modded to operate in different ways. I appear to have an arcane missing from one of them, but that's fine. She works. She operates nicely. She is a good frame. Unfortunately, this is not the only Eurale I have. You'll notice next to this Eurale is another Eurale with the exact same fashion. The green shows that it matches polarity here. That this Umbral mod matches to the 7 Umbral Formers, and yes, we have an Aura Former on this as well. The only remaining polarity that is not Umbral is because we just simply didn't go that far whilst raising money for charity back in October. That is why it's called Twitch's fault. When the votes were cast as to where to put other Umbral Formers, Eurale was stopped at 7 and the votes went on to other frames, including adding an Umbral Former to Lavos, adding one to Hildrin, adding one to I think Caliban, and a few other places. Yeah. This is why I have 2 Uralies, because one of them is appropriately usable and well modded, and the other one is an absolute travesty against humanity. And that is why it's Twitch's fault. That is why. So there you go. Do you just need to release Umbral Stretch and Umbral Streamline? God, I can see that being a whole basket of issues. Really can. So you already loses in her own comic? Oh, how could you possibly lose with 7 Umbral Formers? How could you possibly lose with that much investment? Mind you, this is the Warframe which soloed a Steel Path Exterminate mission right up on Sedna with 0 mods on the Warframe itself. About the Archon Hunt? Another time, Stampede. I'll sort that another time. Right, I've gone through a lot of rants and a lot of details, a lot of bits and pieces. It's about time that we do a Platinum giveaway, or rather, should I say 2 Platinum giveaways. We'll be rolling that bad boy twice. We'll be getting the bot to draw 2 names from that particular hat. So if you've not already grabbed yourself a ticket for that, exclamation mark ticket in the chat for a chance to win that. Absolutely, exclamation mark ticket in the chat. You only get 1 ticket, but each ticket is worth 2 chances to win. You can't win twice. It has to go to someone else, but everyone gets 2 chances to win. Doesn't matter if you're on PC, Switch, PlayStation, or Xbox. Doesn't matter if you are a long-term viewer on the channel or if you just got here today. This could be your very first message in the chat, and you would still be able to pick up a ticket and still have a chance to win it, because indeed, that has happened. We have had it before now where someone's message was the first message they sent, exclamation mark ticket, and with that, they were the last ticket to enter and won. Chances just sometimes go that way. Chances really do sometimes go that way. Now, I would suggest if you are watching long enough to hear me say this, you might want to consider also maybe following the channel. Hell, if you really enjoy what I do, hit the subscribe button. Because it is you guys that support me in all that I do here. And when it comes to subscribing, there is no gamma behind it. You know exactly what you get when you hit that subscribe button. No gamba. No issue. Just you deciding to support me if that is what you wish to do. Like, Mirrorlabe, seriously, we might need to start having a discussion about this. I need you to verify that this is not some crazy situation. Tell me things are fine. Otherwise, anyway, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs there. Going out to Ranin, to Arzotti, to Manalisa, to Marcel and Kizrune. Mirrorlabe, thank you very much on that again. Someone saying Mirrorlabe is a prince of Nigeria. I have from good authority on my Twitch dashboard that this amount of subs are not, in fact, coming from Nigeria. Yeah. In tech, I think Mirrorlabe got its paycheck today. In tech, this is not a today thing. Mirrorlabe kind of does this. Have a look at that leaderboard at the top of the chat there and recognize that we are 12 days into May. Mirrorlabe, yeah. Mirrorlabe said, I can't understand you, my English is bad. Mirrorlabe, how? No. You don't get to pull that because now I do have to question you further. You don't get to pull that. Because now I do have to use due diligence to make sure you understand my question, as it is one of safeguarding. You can't do this. Mirrorlabe, is everything okay? All good in the hood in Mirrorlabe land. I have to do my due diligence on this. What language do we want? English. I understand only sub and I have to... Oh! Why? Don't forget inbox thanks to Mirrorlabe. Did I miss something they did again? Oh, okay, thank goodness. No, they've done plenty, you know, bits here and there, and plenty of them. And plenty of them. 54 a bundle, a bow, a 30-day affinity booster, a Lavos. Didn't even click on the most toxic of all of them. Where's it gone, actually? Where has it gone? Is it further down? I'm losing track of them at this point. That means 20 Warframe adapters, Requiem relic packs. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway. Okay, what have I done to Mirror? Honestly, it appears I've given them a very good experience. Let's go with that. I think that's enough time for everyone to grab tickets if they have not already done so. If you haven't grabbed a ticket now, you clearly didn't want to enter into the giveaway, so we're going to close that up now. Boop. That is now closed. And so now we get to see who the winners are going to be. It's going to be 2 of them. Oh yes indeed. The winners today are Raccoon, that's R-A-K-C-O-O-N, Raccoon, and Daitai1111. So congratulations Raccoon and Daitai1111. One? Was it 1111? There we are. 4 ones. There, all the numbers. Congratulations to both of you. You are the winners today of the Platinum giveaways. I'll be contacting you via Twitch DM shortly after the end of this stream. Get hold of your Warframe usernames and platforms. We'll get that sent on over to you. Absolutely there. We'll need to know Warframe username, platform, and cross-save status. Those 3 key details. Yes, indeed. And to everyone else who has joined in today, thank you very, very much for doing so. I do hope you have enjoyed today's stream. Did not manage to get either of the prime weapons in full as yet because RNG said no. It do be like that, but I'm only 2 pieces short and I can purchase those pieces, so it's fine. You like that emote? I'm glad you like the emote, Sylvia. I'm glad. But it's fine. I'll get those prime parts off stream. It'll be okay. Outside of that, however, and all the rants about loot boxes, I think it's about time that we raid on over to another part of the Warframe community. So, where are we going to raid on over to today? That is, as ever, the question in mind. Just going to quickly mute-rinos the desktop audio so nothing ridiculous comes through there. Let's see. Some dude called the Ken Grenier at the top there. Sounds like an idiot. Let's not go there. We could go Kodama. I think we can go Kodama today. Assuming Kodama doesn't finish up right now, which I don't imagine he will. It's been going 4.5 hours. We can raid him anyway. That's fine still. It's been a hot minute since we've raided Kodama, so that's what we're doing today. Alright, chat. The raid is up and running. Thank you very, very much for joining in today. I do hope you have enjoyed the stream, and I will see you in the next one on Wednesday. But in the meantime, have a grand start to your week. I'm sure you'll all be on your absolute best. See you then. Bye-bye.